the West Henderson Falcons versus the Hendersonville Bearcats. Bojangles' Friday night rivals.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Bojangles' Friday Night Rivals. We are here at Hendersonville, West Henderson Inn. It's a county clash. Tom Van Hoy along with Tim Amos, and it's Apple Festival time.
Oh, yeah. Earlier, I acted like I was going to eat an apple, but I'll save that till a little bit later. Maybe during the game, you'll hear me crunching on an apple, and it's a wonderful time of year. These two teams are great rivals getting together. People from all over North Carolina coming to Hendersonville for the Apple Festival. What more could you want, Tom?
And both teams coming off wins. Hendersonville 68-0. They got after it, and then a really good win by West Henderson over Irwin in Game 1.
Absolutely, and both teams want to continue with a perfect record.
Well, when we come back, we will have the kickoff and keys and much more in this rivalry here on a beautiful night for high school football, the second of 11 Friday night rival games you're going to get here on My 40. We'll be back in just a moment. Kick of the keys coming up next. And hi, everybody, and welcome to Deeds Field. We are here in Hendersonville, North Carolina. It is West Henderson taking on Hendersonville in a county clash. Tom Van Hoy along with Tim Amos, and Tim, right into the keys to the game.
Yeah, for West Henderson, they've got to pressure the quarterback, make him uncomfortable, disrupt the rhythm, control the tempo, keep the ball away with long drives. For Hendersonville, they've got to keep the pocket clean, give a quarterback a chance to execute, spread the ball around, and limit the yards after contact. Zane McCraw is a great back. They've got to wrap him up, get him to the ground.
Well, here we go. Boy, it's going to be a great night for high school football here in Western North Carolina. Sun's going down, and lights are going to come on at some particular point in time, but it'll be Hendersonville coming off that 68-0 win. They will kick it away from left to right. They won the toss to defer. They'll have it to start the second half. And West Henderson will have it to begin things here as we are underway in Western North Carolina, our second game of 11 in Friday Night Rivals. And a pretty good return there. Take it across the 20, not to 23-yard line, ahead of the 30, though. Good start there by Isaiah Cash and company. And that's where West Henderson will begin from the 33-yard line. And it'll be quarterback Cade Young who will lead him out. He is a fine player, the senior. He started about midway through his sophomore year. Same 6 feet, 175. And a senior, he'll run the show for him. And they're coming off an outstanding win, 27-21 last time out against Irwin. And what a great way to start for this Falcon ball club.
Had 268 yards passing, 2 touchdowns last week.
So on a first down play, they'll hand it up inside. Not much there at all. Stacked up inside by that Hendersonville defense. They want to run the football if they can, but they've also got some guys they can get out of the edge, and they like their running backs as well. So a short gain on first down.
This will be a test this week for this Hendersonville team. They played East Henderson last week, just really had a blowout, and this is going to be a true test for both teams.
So out of the shotgun, one back, couple wide receivers, flushed out of the pocket, going to throw out of the edge. He's got a man there, makes the catch, 40-yard line, turns it upfield, and then he'll be upended after about a 4-yard gain there. So good job by Young to get it out, get a good gain. Take a look at the offensive starters for West Henderson.
Yeah, you got to take a look at Zane McCraw returning from injury. He's got the go-to guy on the ground. He's a senior. Zach McMahon, a senior receiver, touchdown catch last week. A lot of stars on that roster.
And they've got some guys that can make big plays for them, and none bigger than late in the game last week when they were able to get the win. Try that right side now, and wrapped up, and not much gain there as they try to keep it on the ground. A couple on the ground, not much there, but able to get first down a moment ago. Here is the Hendersonville defense for you now.
All the linebackers back from last year. The entire secondary returns. Take a look at juniors Suber and Smith. There's some players to watch on defense.
I really like his linebackers. Coach Ward talking to him this week, and also on our pregame show, and also that secondary. These are experienced guys. They're still relatively young to a certain extent, but guys that growing pains the last couple of years, but excited about what they can accomplish this year. So from the 45-yard line, Young will have it, fired out on the edge, cut it back inside, and wrapped up there. Not much running room available. And it was Gianni Jacobs who helps make the play. And you also see Chaz Johnson inside at 5'11", 200, a senior. A couple of inside linebackers making the play there. And again, that'll take it out to the 47-yard line here. Early on to the first quarter of play, you see Coach Whitaker there talk about a veteran, his 15th year as the head coach, and was there 17 years as an assistant. So Wes Henderson through and through. Under pressure, fires the ball, and it's tipped maybe at the line of scrimmage. Wanted to put a lot of pressure. That was one of the keys up front, able to do that then. And good defensive stand to begin things. Comes on the backside there and knocked down hard. Didn't have an opportunity to throw the ball when he wanted to, so going to have to kick the ball away this time as Wes Henderson's and Dennis Conco getting set to kick it away. Having his opportunity this year, and well, last week you didn't know, in a 68-0 win, there were 2 punt returns for a touchdown, and this ball is skied. It'll come up relatively short, hit. It'll take a Bearcat bounce and hit at the 25 and end up at the 31-yard line. So a little bit of a rugby punt there, and going to be good field position for Hendersonville for the first offensive possession. So Tim, their defense got it done.
They did get it done. They did exactly what they wanted to do.
So Jerron Ward will lead them out. You see him, 6 feet 215 junior. We were here a couple of years ago when he was a freshman and had to start. So he has grown up, and with all of the work they had in the summertime with the 7-on-7s and the weight room and a close-knit group, they have high expectations for this year. Out of the shotgun, steps up, throws long, firing down the far sideline, and way overthrown. Maybe a little bit of mystery there. Went down and out, and the pass went long down the far sideline. Here's a look at the Hendersonville offense.
The offensive line, experience in depth, Cornwell, Monty, Barber, Tweed. Also, let's look at running back Jordan Boss Buford last week versus East, a 40-yard touchdown run, a pick 6, and a fumble return for a touchdown.
All in one game.
One game.
How about that?
That's a season.
Yeah, I mean, from a defensive standpoint, too. Here's a second down play out of the shotgun. Fire near side. A little bit too high on the near sideline. It cut it for Giovanni Suber at 5'8", 160, a junior. So tried to go deep. They will want to stretch the field and will go vertical, but they'll also try to go horizontal as well. So they'll try to spread it out, but a couple of incomplete passes becomes of a 3rd down and 10 play here from the 32-yard line. We're just underway. The first possession for Hendersonville. Head coach Jerron Ward in his 4th year. 18-14, a 2002 grad, always a Bearcat. Huh? And screen pass out of the far sideline and across the 20. The ball is on the turf. It's going to be picked up, though, and recovered on the far sideline. And it will come back and mark the ball back at about the 35-yard line. So that's it. Picked up by Boss Buford, 5'9", 165 junior. And he is one of the running backs along with Gianni Jacobs. Well, here, and you'll see Eric Glisson as well, replacing Hezi Rudisell. Over 4,000 yards rushing in his outstanding high school career. So going to have to punt the football away for both teams. Defense getting it done here early on in this ball game. There's the snap, and here's the kick, and it's end over end and away to the far sideline. It's going to be captured over that way and up the sideline. Good job there to the 40, 43-yard line, and a big-time hit on the player for West Henderson. We'll go ahead and take a break. We're just underway on Friday Night Rivals from Hendersonville. The Apple Festival underway as well. And let me remind you that Carolina Furniture Concepts, over $5 million of furniture in stock, ready to be delivered to you. Visit their Arden and Waynesville showroom or go online at carolinafurnitureconcepts.com. We appreciate the coaches visiting with us on the Carolina Furniture Concepts Coaches Corner as well.
They provided so much information over the course of the week. Was great.
We're at the 43-yard line to begin things, and to begin up the middle, to hand the football off, and pretty good gain there out to about the 47-yard line. I think there's a penalty marker down to the play. And that'll give us an opportunity to let you know who the men in black and white are. The referee is Anthony Ellerby tonight. The umpire, Sean Hayes. Linesman is Tyler Johnson. Line judge, Thomas Poor. And the back judge tonight is Marcus Myers. That's our group of officials, our officiating crew tonight, and that penalty is going to go against Hendersonville, and they will mark it off and inside Bearcat territory to the 46-yard line. That's where Wes Henderson will have the football.
First down, Tom. That penalty gave them a first down.
And it does. And it is at the 46-yard line now. And it's a pocket change first down. And to throw the football to the far sideline. It's caught over that way and then knocked out of bounds. Good catch on the far sideline and able to make a good catch there. He popped it out there on the far sideline and
just rolling right.
There it goes. And on to the far sideline.
Open on the outside.
And it is another pocket change, first down. And it's brought to you by Pocket Change. Hand that football up inside and bang it hard down to the 30-yard line. And that's Zane McCraw, young man that we talked about what he was able to do last year before the injury and what he's able to do coming back. One of the top players on this team. It'll give us an opportunity to tell you that with us, laundry is not just a chore, but an experience in excellence. We take immense pride in being the premier laundry service in the region. We've redefined the standard for laundry care, combining cutting-edge technology, unparalleled customer service, and a commitment to quality that has earned us the reputation of being the best in Western North Carolina. And with that, able to take it across the 30 out of the 28-yard line, having success on the ground. Big-time hit inside there by Tymer Barber, the defensive end at 5'10", 280, and a senior. He had a couple quarterback sacks last week, 5 of them along the way. We talked so much, Tim, about the 68 points that they put on the board, but they also got the shutout along the way.
Yeah, that's not to be ignored. McCraw again on that last carry. We're going to see a lot of him tonight. He had 140 yards, 2 touchdowns last week.
A flag goes down as the snap is fumbled momentarily. Have questions about childhood vaccines? Get real answers. Start a conversation with your child's doctor today. Visit vaccinesforkids.nc.gov. So the legal procedure penalty will go against Wes Henderson. And Tim, you know, we talked with Coach Sutherland, or excuse me, with Coach Whitaker before the game. And gosh, he's a veteran, 15 years, 17 as an assistant, and he likes this football team as well. They were so tough down the stretch last week, and a good win over Irwin.
He said they could have quit, but they didn't quit last week.
Looks on the near sideline there for McMinn. Had 103 yards last week and had a big ball game. Got a big touchdown pass late in that comeback when they had trailed late in that ball game of the fourth quarter. Fire there and just missed him outside, which means that it'll bring up a 4th down, and getting set to punt the football away is Wes Henderson. So kind of settling in here. 6:13 to play in the first quarter. Second possession.
Well,
and to go for it on 4th down here at 11 inside Bearcat territory to the sideline. The throw and in and out. Did he make the catch on the far sideline? He'll say that he did not. And so we will go ahead and stay here. Yeah, we are on that side of the 40-yard line. Might as well go ahead and go for it and try to get the down and out there momentarily. It's pretty good pressure on the backside as well.
And the field goal kicker has a range, according to the coach, 32 to 33 yards. So that was probably a very wise decision that time.
So Hendersonville will have the football now from their 33-yard line, their second possession of the game. No score about halfway through the first quarter. And here's Ward. He hands it up inside. Good running room there near midfield. Banging hard. Gang tackling. Goes inside Falcon territory. Carries all the way down to the 45-yard line. That's Boss Buford, 5'9", 165 junior. Jordan, we asked a coach if he likes to go by Boss, and he said yes, he does. That's another first down in this game. Pocket change first down.
And that's a tough guy name, isn't it, Boss? Don't you just love a football player named Boss?
It is. And he was able to pick up an outstanding gain there to the 46-yard line, and Hendersonville will operate there. He got it again up inside behind that offensive line and bangs away for about 9 yards before he is upended there. And one of the things in one of the areas that we talked with Coach Ward about was that offensive line. And 4 return from a year ago, including the center Chaz Johnson, Tymer Barber, and Chase Maney are the guards, and Bentley Cornwell in there as well, and Jack Tweed. He likes that group up front, in addition to his running back combination and the excellent play on the outside as well. A little fake action there, and it'll be Ward taking it up inside. He's 6 feet 215 junior. We talked about him playing. A good look at him there. That back as a freshman got forced under fire, so to speak, and had to play. And a lot of these young men kind of took their lumps, but boy, they have hung together. And Coach really likes this ball club and has high expectations for the team this year. So here comes a 3rd down. Let's call it about 5 here from the Falcon 41-yard line. Looks to the sideline now. And the play clock will wind down. Still plenty of time. 10 on the clock. Everybody looks at the wrist, see what the play is, and getting set to go. The clock at 2, and he got it off out of the shotgun to throw long. Far sideline, got a man open, and he makes the catch, and he'll take it in for a touchdown. Amir Albany with a Foundation Solutions touchdown. Boy, he beat the DB on that side and laid it out there perfectly, ran under it, and there it is. He'll take it in for a touchdown. And on the board first with a 6-0 lead here at the 4:04 mark in the first quarter of play. Nice.
Albany just outran everybody that time and just hauled it in over the shoulder.
And on to attempt the extra point now. Mulreany, and he'll throw will be by Ward. I don't know if there's a bad snap there or not, but he got it back to him. Going to turn it back inside, and then it'll be smothered to the far sideline. Just couldn't get it done on that particular occasion. Nonetheless, as we go out, you'll take a look at the touchdown pass. Take it into the end zone. Foundation Solutions touchdown. Well, as we return to action, don't let game night dinner get you stressed. Stop by Ingles for great choices from the Ingles Deli. Rotisserie chicken, you love it. Freshly made salad to delicious hot bar and sub bar. Dinner and a snap, and then off to the game. Ingles, you know, low prices. Love the savings. Tim, good drive. Nice pass play there.
Yeah.
A bit of an issue on the PAT, but took the lead.
41-yard pass play from Ward to Albany. 67-yard drive, 4 plays, 2 minutes, 5 seconds for the Bearcats.
Yeah, you get one more look at it there. Just ran behind the defender there, and that is what they can do, and that's what they did right then. They like to stretch the field, and if you can do that, and what we saw, it was set up by the ability to run the football, and then you go deep, and then you have some other options as well. So very explosive from an offensive standpoint, and 41-yard touchdown pass there, and it becomes a 6-0 ball game now, and to kick it away, and it is going to be picked up, looking for some open opportunity there, and able to carry the football out to about the 30-yard line, and Alex Adams,
little flag on the play,
able to carry it. Yeah, right in the middle of everything there, about 33-yard line. They will talk about it again. So last week when the Bearcats scored in 6 different ways, it's still amazing to me that you can score 68 points and run 20 offensive plays, but that happens when you get 2 punt returns, a kickoff return, interception, 2 interception returns, and then your defense gets the shutout, including 5 quarterback sacks. So put it back at the 23-yard line. Here is Young to throw the football. He is hammered, nailed. I mean, banged hard up inside. And well played defensively with the nose tackle. Kevin Saldana, 6 feet 240 senior. You get a look at it again. Man, just a great job up front to able to get by the defender there and put him away. And so that changes that dynamics all the way back to the 15-yard line now. And you got to get to the 32-yard line. So Young in at quarterback. Zane McCraw behind him and will want to throw the football, but he's chased out of the pocket, and he unloads it down the far sideline and leaping, but incomplete into double coverage on the far sideline. And it was intended on the far sideline over there with double coverage. And it was Isa Osman on the far sideline. One of their outstanding wide receivers. He and Zach McMahon. Brady Duval is the tight end. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long again back at the 15-yard line. So at 3:14 here in the first quarter, it's a 6-0 lead for Hendersonville. They've lost 3 consecutive games to Wes Henderson over the years. And let's see what Cade Young and company Falcons can do here. They'll try it again down the far sideline. And it's caught at about the 46-yard line. Kind of a floater out that way. And it was McMahon, the senior, able to reel it in. And nicely done. Had some time to throw. You'll see Young again. Experience, steps up, let it go. And beautifully placed. Had good coverage out of the far sideline.
McMahon had a couple of catches last week for 103 yards, and you can see exactly why.
Handed up inside. That's McCraw that is running exceptionally hard there. And the ball will be advanced to about the 46-yard line. So good job there. And pocket change, 1st down again for you there. They're going to talk about it now as the football, let's see where they mark it now at the 47-yard line. Well, they're discussing things right there.
Coach Whitaker out on the field wants an explanation from the officials about something. He's smiling, but I don't think he likes what he's hearing.
Well, I tell you, that's a big play. 3rd down, 16. You already have a 6-0 lead. If you can get off the field, you're going to have really good field position. But we talked about Young and that combination of Young and McMahon, and it was highly successful last week. as he scored the touchdown with less than 3 minutes to go that got him within 21-19, and then would be able to convert on 3rd down at 15 to the 22-yard line a little later on a pass play to McCraw, and that set things up to provide McCraw to take it in and come away with a good win against Irwin, 27-21. All right, I guess they're through talking and back to action here. 2nd down and 6, and in the pocket, Young fires out of the far sideline, and it's going to be captured over there. Breaks the tackle, sideline, 20, 15, and finally up out of the 10-yard line. Into the secondary he was able to go, and a nice catch and run there by
Brady Duvall.
Brady Duvall able to come up with that, and he'll get hit on the far sideline. Let's watch what he does here. Duvall breaks that tackle up the sideline. Look at that block, though. They spring him for another big game. That was McMahon who'd made that big catch. He turned squared, and he.
One of our keys to the game for Hendersonville, limit yards after contact, and Duvall took advantage that time and made a lot of yards after contact.
Yeah, able to step out of bounds there. And here is another flag on the play, and they're getting close to that First Bank red zone when they get inside the 20-yard line, and when they do, we'll be able to tell you about the 23 locations, Western North Carolina and the upstate. So another penalty, going to put it back. Good drive, though. Nice response after Hendersonville scored on a 41-yard touchdown pass.
5 plays on this drive so far began at their own 21-yard line.
So back to the 33 now, and that'll set up a first down at about 15 from there. And Young will bring him up, and he'll look to the sideline. I mean, they're jumping around over there and getting set. Now you see Paul Whitaker there. And turn hand the football up inside. I mean, it is McCraw again, and I mean to tell you, when he gets that ball, he is headed downfield hard in a hurry. And then up into by Tymir Barber, the defensive lineman. He's a good cut there. And then coming from the backside, almost able to make that tackle for Hendersonville, but then give it right back, bang it up the middle. Why not? And the helmet goes flying, a lot of contact. There is a Hendersonville player that is down that they're going to take a look at here momentarily. They're 1:51 of the first quarter. Hendersonville with a 6-0 lead on West Henderson here. And we'll go ahead and take a break as they will work on the injured player. We'll let you know who and maybe what's going on when we come back in just a moment concerning his condition. And as we come back to Deeds Field here in Hendersonville, North Carolina, good one going. You see Hendersonville head coach Karan Ward there at the headset. His ball club leading 6-0, a 41-yard touchdown pass. Had a little issue on the PAT, and it's a nice drive converting on 3rd down and 15 for West Henderson. So they're in scoring territory.
And just before the break, Tymir Barber was down. He got up and went off under his own power. So he should be in good shape.
Young will hand to McCray, and man, he is smashing up the middle. And I'll tell you what, that young man has been a factor here on the ground. Difficult to bring down. Zane McCraw, 8 100-plus games last year, over 1,300 yards. His story is a great one. He had the injury situation with the leg and the ankle in the final regular season game of the year, and has come back very strong this year. He's got it again out of the outside. Not a whole lot going over there on the far side. And Amir Albany comes up. I think it was Barber again. Yep, there he is, right back into the game. Glad to see that. And he is a big guy up front at 280. We have called Kevin Saldana 240, that nose tackle. And then Sebastian Jacobs out of the defensive end as well. They like those 3-down linemen. And now going to go off momentarily is Owen Sowers, a junior, one of the big offensive linemen. Whitaker likes his guys up front. They're young. A couple of guys last year that were outstanding players, but some of the ones that have opportunity this year got some playing time late. Going to bring up a 2nd and 11. We're under a minute to play. Here in the first quarter, look right, under pressure. Barber puts the pressure on Young. He fires back underneath. It is complete. Tight end Duval. And Duval will get down to about the 5-yard line. And they will move the chains again. Change first down. And again, we're back into the red zone as well.
Just rolling right down the sideline. And just a good little toss and catch.
This tell you was a good job by Young. He got out of traffic there and then able to find Duval, who had a big catch as well. And inside, I must say, a really good penetration. That time it was Albany, 6 feet 195, and a senior to make the play there. Know what he can do on the offensive side as well. And one more look at it there. Had good penetration coming off the edge. Well done. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So entertaining first period of play. If Hendersonville got the 41-yard touchdown pass to Albany from Ward, and then PAT problem there, and on the 5-yard line. 6-0 Hendersonville at the end of the second. You can't read the. You have to read it. Well, as we come back, with us, laundry is not a chore, but an experience in excellence. We take immense pride in being the premier laundry service in the region. We redefined standard for laundry care, combining cutting-edge technology, unparalleled customer service, and a commitment to quality that has earned us a reputation for being the best. Western North Carolina. And as we come back, it is West Henderson. The Falcons have the football deep inside Bearcat territory at the 5-yard line now in a 6-0 ball game. And it is winding down that play clock and looking over to the sideline. And Cade Young will look over that way and going to call a timeout. So out of the timeout and the end of the quarter there, unable to get the play off. Well, we're getting started with the second quarter play, which means at the end of the second quarter, it's the Asheville Chevy halftime show. You know about that. Joey Russell and then Bobby, always on hand for the most part here to entertain you and also tell you about the great deals. Asheville Chevy halftime show. Very happy to have you on board again this year on our Friday Night Bibles broadcast. The second of 11 we are going to have for you this year. Good one last week, Ambassador Christian Christ School. And they come back on this 4th down and 2 now to attempt the field goal, decided to do that. He did his hook to the left side and not good. So thought about it, decided to attempt the field goal, and it was Donnie Conco. So that's why we were thinking about coming out of the timeout, coming into the second quarter on a 4th down and 2. What are you going to do? Well, he thought about it. Let's see, get some points on the board, and it didn't happen. So we're just a couple of seconds into the second period of play, and Hendersonville with a 6-0 lead, and the defense able to get it done. So it looked like Wes Henderson, boy, they had a nice drive, Tim. They converted there on 3rd and long and just didn't come up with any points on that one.
Yeah, 70+ yards.
So it goes back, and to get it out of the edge and across the 20, 25-yard line. Hey, continuing to run hard. Didn't quite get him out of bounds, and I mean, nicely done. Adams able to get it out there that way. Able to catch that ball so you can spread them like you saw there, and then also throw that ball down deep and go vertical and horizontal. Very difficult to defend is this offense for Andersonville. And inside handoff, breaking hard and powering his way is Bob Buford. Talked about Buford, his success that set some things up to throw the ball deep in the last possession. He got it up inside. The big guys blocked it, and he got a big game.
Buford definitely has a nose for the end zone. An exciting player to watch, and I just like him because his nickname's Boss.
Well, let's see if they huddle there at midfield. Let's see what's going to transpire. Flag was down. We were kind of shielded on the far sideline. And let's see. They'll start at midfield on a holding call. I'll tell you, he has been very effective at 5'9", 165.
Let's see if we can see the hold.
A good block on the edge, 2 of them.
Yeah, it was
maybe
on
back behind
middle of the
flag.
field. Yeah.
Okay. So the bottom line is it's going to go back to the 40-yard line and be there, trying to sweep to the outside and going to be run down. And a good defensive play, and able to make that play coming over was Quentin Bell. Bell is one of the guys up front that coach really likes. Talked about him, that offensive end off that left side. Mason Carter in the middle, and Brady Duvall. We talked about his success as a tight end on offense. 6 players go both ways for both these teams. And at the 40-yard line now, it'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. 3 wide receivers, a long back. And to the right of Ward, he pops that out of the near side, and it's complete over that way. Second by A. Smith, 5'8", 150 junior. So quick pop pass there, pretty good gain. Comes up a little bit shy of a 1st down, and good pressure out on the edge. Isaiah Cash, the corner, coming up. Good matchup between those two.
Smith had a couple of receptions last week for a total of 22 yards.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and short with the football at the Bearcat 43-yard line. They lead at 6-0 here, and a 41-yard touchdown pass.
Jacobs is now in the backfield at 6 feet 220. Let's see if they give it to him on some type of power play.
Yeah, he's a big guy up inside. There's a flag down. There wasn't much room there at all. And on the 3rd down and short, the big call here. And what's a 6-0 ball game a couple of minutes into the second quarter. And an illegal procedure penalty, 5 yards. Will go against the Bearcats.
Penalties are hurting Hendersonville on this drive.
So it moves it back 5, makes it a 3rd down 6. Change the pass play here to throw, far sideline, come back and caught at about the 46-yard line. Nicely executed there. Albany down, out, and kept his feet in bound on the far sideline. Got Ward to roll right. Talked with Coach earlier about how much these guys worked in the summertime. And it's a pocket change first down again. Okay, actually he didn't. They say he's going to get him back to the 45-yard line. Let's see where they do start this play from. Yep. So the inside handout, there is the hard-charging Buford. He's up the sideline, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 30. Pulled down from the rear, and another pocket change first down.
He's got good outside speed when he turned the corner. Watch it here, just a little run, cuts it up to the outside, streaking down the sideline. Almost looked like a horse collar tackle.
Yeah, pretty close on the back side there, but able to run it down and make that play.
The official threw down his hat. So we'll see what that means.
All right, let me remind you to stay tuned to later in tonight's game, as we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Paid for by NHTSA. So here we go with another penalty.
We got holding against Hendersonville, horse collar against West Henderson, so they offset.
Okay, so we're going to just do it all over again back at the 45-yard line. Bogged down a little bit. A 6-0 ball game. Hendersonville with the lead. Opportunity for West Henderson. They missed a relatively short field goal on a 4th and 2. They thought about the opportunity to go for it, but they didn't do it then and missed the field goal. That's why we are at a 6-0 ball game. And it's back at the 45-yard line. And to step up, Ward under pressure, pull it down. He's got some room near sideline 50. Stiff arm, and then he is going to be knocked out of bounds on the near sideline.
Ward just didn't see anything. Good coverage downfield by West Henderson. Ward just made yardage that he could get. He looked around and had to pull it down. Continues to look and just makes it out of bounds.
Yeah, and who chasing him? Zane McCraw.
Yep.
13 tackles last week in that win. He was leading tackler returning from a year ago. We talked about his exploits offensively, but he's also an outstanding defender as well. Sutter second out of 4. Good gain out of the 49. Inside Falcon territory.
You know, when McCraw was injured last year, that's like losing 2 players. A great defensive player, a great offensive player.
So another penalty marker. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty. Back to the 46. This has not been much of a rhythm drive since the missed field goal, and had a couple of pretty big plays. Some called back because of some issues. We're going to throw it here, and we'll dump it to the near side. It's caught there, midfield. Not much there. I mean, ready to wrap it up in a hurry. And that was one of the other things we were talking about, as A. Smith makes that catch on the near sideline, and he's going to be wrapped up and dumped there by Asa Osman, among the many there to help make the play. There's some really good matchups, wide receivers and D-backs on both sides of the football. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 as we go into 9 minutes to play here in the first half. The Bearcats on top. The Falcons here 6-0 in Hendersonville. Apple Festival time at the ballpark. And he'll hand it back inside. There is a 1st down and more. 30 could go the distance. 20. He'll take it to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Foundation Solutions touchdown. How about that? Just up inside. And once he got past the first line of defense there, look at it again. Buford's going to get it. And he knows what to do it once he gets there.
He broke those tackles right there, and it was over. 50 yards.
Another long touchdown, a 41-yard pass play, and now take it up inside. If you spread it out, you throw it long, provides that opportunity up inside, and Buford knew what to do with it there, and he takes it 50 yards for the touchdown. And it becomes a 12-0 ball game with 8:42 to go in the second quarter. And after the issue they had on the PAT in the first quarter of play, they're going to line up and go for two. But going to be a timeout called here, and we'll see if that changes the dynamics of the situation. So you think back to what transpired there, Tim. It was a 6-0 ball game. Wes Henderson was driving. They had great opportunity, and defense did what they needed to do to force a 4th and 2. There was a thought about going for it, but then out of a timeout, able to try the field goal and missed it, then come down, and despite the fact you had a whole bunch of penalties, look at this. It's Buford who's going to get into the secondary after a couple of players kind of ran into one another, and once he got in the open field, look out, he was gone for the touchdown.
80 yards, 9 plays.
Bojangles is a proud sponsor of WLOS on Friday Night Football. It's not just football season, it's tailgate season. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box today. Tailgate box today. It's not a tailgate without Bojangles, because you know, as it always is, it is Bo time. All right, so they talked about it. And let's see what they want to do. Looks like they're still going to go for two. They changed the personnel out of the shotgun per usual. Ward, he's got 3 backs now. One goes in motion, handed up inside, and smashing forward and unable to get it in. It was Gianni Jacobs at 6 feet 220. And a senior. Good defensive stand there to keep him out of the end zone. Nonetheless, the 50-yard run, and it becomes a 12-0 ball game here in the second. Yeah, welcome back to Dix Field here at Hendersonville. 12-0, and Henderson High School has the lead. And why not smile? Smile Cam, brought to you by Caroline Albee Orthodontics, proudly serving the Asheville, Henderson, and Brevard area. As always, our thanks to Caroline Albee Orthodontics for the Smile Cam. And they got plenty to smile about. A couple big plays, 41-yard touchdown pass, 50-yard run. I'll tell you what, you have that kind of mix, you're going to be in pretty good shape.
A lot to smile about for the home team so far.
Well, Wes Henderson last week trailed in the second half and scored the final 2 touchdowns to win Irwin. This kick is short, taken at the 30. Good running room to the 46-yard line. Accelerating up the middle with the return. And nicely done there. Gives Wes Henderson pretty good field position there. Zach McMahon able to come up with it there, and we know what he can do as a wide receiver. So pretty good gain there and good field position. I think this becomes a pretty important drive for Henderson.
You were kind of implying that don't count the Falcons out yet, Tom, because they can certainly come from behind.
And they did so against a really good Irwin team. Remember what Irwin did last year. 45-yard line now. Young, he fires over the middle. Got a man open, and it is complete and nicely executed there. And Isa Osman over the middle. Good gain, takes it down to the 40-yard line. And that'll be a pocket change first down.
Flag on the play back at the...
Well, they did it. Tell you, it's way back there at about the 36-yard line. focus and concentration with the other end. We saw this a lot last week in that, I'm going to say, roughing the passer as well, so they'll tack it on from there. That the flow of that game, Ambassador Christian and Christ School last week, I mean, and it's the first game, and back and forth it went, and it was a game that not a whole lot of rhythm. That was when Ambassador Christian able to get a couple of touchdowns and widen it out of the third quarter before High School made an effort to get back into it. Came up a little bit shy. So after that penalty, it really is going to be a
yeah, it went from the 40, a 15-yarder, down to the 25 for roughing the passer.
And we'll go 4 wide, a single running back, and off play action. There is pressure there. Wanted to hold. There's a flag that goes down. Going to fire it into the end zone. It's going to be caught, but I think this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold. See if we can see it.
Really chased there and knocked down. We will see. Boy, good catch. We know what those two can combine, and they did the late with 3 minutes to go in the game against Irwin to provide that opportunity, but this one's going to come back. I mean, Young, very dangerous, and we've seen Zane McCall, what he's been able to do. Cash also.
We got another flag. I think it's on the Hendersonville sideline. So there's some discussion about that.
So they'll visit about that again. A lot of penalties here in this game. And sideline warning. Yes, it's all it's going to be. But it's going to come back, and sometimes the penalties you don't see them, but this was kind of out in front of everybody. You know? Call there, and then back to the 35-yard line. So take it off the board, but knowing that they have that kind of ability to score in a hurry. And we'll start in the 35-yard line there, first down, and make it 20. Now roll left this time, and he throws underneath, and it's complete, and to the 15-yard line. And nicely done there on the pass play, and he was able to hit it to Cooper Lawrence. Able to make that play, and will advance down there. He rolled left and just kind of settled in there. Nice job, and then yards after catch. Pretty good there too.
Well, Rance, a tall guy, and it's a good guy to have out for a pass. You can see him on the top of your screen there under the red zone logo.
And got it inside, which sets up a first down and 10 from there. And inside, and handled a crawl there. And he's struggling trying to get what he can there, but thrown back. Good job defensively. And that was a first bank red zone opportunity as you get one more look at it. 23 locations across Western North Carolina and the upstate, and also a pocket change first down. So kind of a dual combination there, but a good job to slow down McCraw there with just a 2-yard gain. 7.5 minutes to play here. First half, 12-0 Hendersonville with it. And a roll left now. Look back right under pressure. Block on the backside. Being chased there. 10 pulls it down, and it's going to be upended. Coming up from the secondary and making the play was Amir Albany. Breaking coverage came up. You see him there. He's had an outstanding first half, both offensively and defensively, but a good job by Young to provide opportunity and turn it up and get a few yards back. Anyway, look at this. And he didn't take the pump fake and just came up and made a really good open field tackle, which will bring up a third down. It's interesting now. It's a 12-0 ball game. Hendersonville with the lead, and down here before not too long ago, and then able to decide to go for a field goal and miss it. But I think maybe Andersonville jumped offside. They're going to call timeout here. So we'll have to see what they we'll call when we come back. And a good one going here from Hendersonville. The Bearcats on top of the Falcons. 12-0 with 6:46 to go in a half. Well, as we come back, it's a 12-0 ball game here at Hendersonville. The Bearcats leading Wes Henderson by that score. And you know what's coming up here in about 6.5 minutes, right? The Asheville Chevy halftime show. Of course, Joey and Bobby Roussel always here to talk about the fine products that they have. And we appreciate the opportunity every year to have and bring to you the Asheville Chevy halftime show. Well, this becomes a really big play here on 3rd down and 7. Look at this. Look at the lineup there. And the direct snap to the 10-yard line. Can turn it up, and McCraw knocked it out of bounds. It was defended pretty well that time. Just went out of the wildcat, or whatever you like to call it there, and everybody shifting off to the left side to give it to him. And I thought defended pretty well. It'll still bring up a 4th down, and about 3 from there in a 12-0 ball game with 6:42 to go here in the first half.
So he made it down to the 5-yard line. I don't think anybody was really fooled by that play in Hendersonville, and they did make the stop at the 5.
All right, back behind center. Cade Young, he has it, rolls left under pressure, firing, intercepted. It's taken up the sideline at the 20. Can he beat Young? Young makes the tackle, or he is gone for a touchdown. Boy, well done, and intercepted by Giovanni Suber. Cut in front of the intended receiver, and I'll tell you what, if Young doesn't make that tackle, he's going to go about 98 yards for a touchdown, and he was able to knock him down. We talked about last week, a couple interceptions for touchdowns. He was one of those. Buford as well had a fumble recovery and an interception in addition to running one in. So the defense gets it done there. Again, driving deep was Wes Henderson. They've come up shy, missed field goal, and now the interception near the goal line. It was 6:34 to go. Pretty good field position at the 40-yard line for the Bearcats.
That was a costly turnover you really hate to see if you're West Henderson.
So
drive.
Ward gives it up inside, and Boss Buford has been so good, including a 50-yard touchdown run. But you know what? Defensive end Quentin Bell, nothing to do with that one. He tackled him at the line of scrimmage. Nice play up front with a big guy off that left-hand side. 2nd down. So we talked about how big that play was in that particular drive. Well, at a 12-0 ball game with 6 minutes to go in the first half, this becomes a pretty important drive for Hendersonville, defensively for Wes Henderson, to stop them and keep it at 12-0 and maybe get it back and have a late drive here in the first half to get on the board. So 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Now, ooh, high snap. He was able to go up and get it under pressure. Ward rolls right, still looking, throws it underneath at about the 49-yard near midfield, picking up the first down there. And again, it was Ace Smith, 5'8", 150 junior, makes the catch. Ward bought himself some time, and he ran laterally, did Smith, across the field. Chased there by about 3, and then he was able to get open and keep his feet in bounds. Nicely executed there. And another pocket change, first down.
Great concentration by Smith as he was going out of bounds to keep his eye on the ball, carry it out of bounds after he touched inside.
So they'll officially mark it at the 49-yard line. 5:39 to go here in the first half. Hendersonville with a 12-0 lead. It's one of the county clashes, north and east. And last week, Hendersonville beat East Henderson 68-0 and ran just 20 plays as they talk on the far side. Well, they got a little problem with the chain. Get that taken care of on the far sideline, and you know, probably something that you might learn in industrial arts or something back in the day.
Yeah.
But, you know. So right now, anyway, they're going to slow it down just a little bit here. Had a little bit of momentum there.
They don't want Hendersonville to have a short chain, that's for sure.
So 4.5 miles between these two.
Exactly.
And then you've got East Henderson, and then you've also got North Henderson. And we talked with both coaches about that. Everybody knows everybody. Kids play, you know, growing up together, and wherever the line is to a certain extent, you know, you're on this side, you're going here, you're going there. So it's a very interesting dynamic here in Western North Carolina up this way. Boy, good defense that time. Boss going nowhere. He was swallowed up inside, and well done defensively by Cameron Freeman, who was able to get in there and have good penetration. So been able to slow down the run a little bit here as we get one more look at it. Good job. He just sheds an offensive lineman up front, and Buford has no opportunity there. We have seen what he can do, not only inside with some power, but also the speed that he was able to take at the distance for the touchdown.
You're talking about the schools here. Henderson County, 124. Hendersonville, 124 years old. East and West Henderson, 65 years old.
Here's a 4th and 4. And he's dumped back at the 30-yard line. Major league play. That time by Adam Watts, a sophomore outside linebacker. And that is a huge defensive play in this game. It was a 4th and 4. And I mean, he came untouched right up the middle of the field, and really nothing more that Ward could do. So his tackle will be made just inside the 35, maybe the 34.5-yard line, and back will come Wes Henderson with another opportunity. They've had two really good penetrating drives and came up shy with a missed field goal on one and an interception, and you're going to go back to the tackle Young made. If he doesn't make that, it's going to go the other way for a TD. First down, out on the edge, fumble momentarily. 30, will turn it back inside, ball's free. Let's see who's going to get it. Right in there, the officials are unpiling things there, and it does look like the center, Radley Dozier, will come up with the football. And a fortuitous break there for the Falcons. They lost just one. I actually got a gain of about 4. They started out about 34-yard line. That ball bounced around a little bit, ended up falling on at the 30-yard line. So 3 down again. Throw it out of the edge. Hall's got it. Not much there. Great gang tackling and flowing to the football on the far sideline. And I think again it was an outstanding defensive play by Hendersonville defense to swarm to the football and make that play on the far sideline. And that was Kevin Saldana able to make the play. Talk about both teams, 6 play both ways. I mean, it's a sensational night weather-wise in this part of the country. For high school football, they bring up 3rd down and 7 now. Football at about the 31-yard line now. Hash far side, wide side, where 3 wide receivers are to your right. As you can see it on the screen going left to right. And a lone receiver on the short side of the field. They're going to jam it up inside. Bring a linebacker under pressure. Sideline, pull it down, and then going to step out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, Tymir Barber at 5'10", 280, a senior, has been a disrupting force here in the first half for that Hendersonville defense.
He's a big man.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down 5. He's got a lot of things going on around here.
Right across the street from the fire station.
Well, here we go. 3:03 in the first half. Hendersonville with a 12-0 lead. And another big play in this game. Cade Young. And he's got McCraw right next to him. And I think they're going to call timeout. And with 3:03 to play in the first half of action, becomes another big play early on here in the half. Hendersonville won the toss deferred, so they're going to get the football to start the second half. Second of 11 games on Friday night arrivals. Next week, Madison will be at North Buncombe. We're headed to Chesney, RS Central a little bit later on. Polk at home against Owen. And then we'll flip over to South Carolina for a couple of games. You see a good shot there. A lot of things going on around the school, aren't there?
Yeah, you know, it's nice to have the fire department across the street, though, if you have problems.
Yes, and cranes to our right. They got a lot of building that's going on as well. Talking about our broadcast, we'll be in Spartanburg. Well, a huge game there. Gaffney at Spartanburg. Same thing, Dorman home with Boiling Springs. Gaffney hosting Burns. Burns last year played all of their games on the road as they renovated their stadium. Now seats about 8,000. We know all about Gaffney. We know all about Spartanburg as far as those teams up in Spartanburg and Cherokee County in the state of South Carolina. So we got a lot of good ones. We'll go to Swain County a little bit later on in the year. We'll also be at Early. And we've got a game in Greenville with Natil Hanna. Under pressure, throws the ball out of the edge. It's caught there. Tripped up. Diving. Did he get there?
Close,
I don't think he got it. Boy, the pressure came, and it was McCraw again. And we talked about that play that he made last week on 3rd and 15, but the 22-yard line against Irvin to set it up to give himself an opportunity to take it 5 and get the winning touchdown. But take a look at it here, where the knee goes down.
Oh, that's a great shot, guys.
I mean, when he reaches, he's across. Let's see where they eventually are going to put that. And they gave it to him. Okay. Man, that was a tremendous effort. There's one, the look that we saw a little bit earlier.
Not so fast, friend.
Okay. So they say that
Hendersonville.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what I thought, and it looked like they were lined up there to maybe continue on as we took a look at the replay there. But a good call.
I've been waiting all night to say that.
There you go. Yes, there you go, Lee. Well, looking at the replay there as they set things up, it was close, as you said, Tim. And here's Moss again, and he is going to be upended a little bit shy. So the bottom line on all of that was went for it, able to come up shy, had great camera work to show you where the knee went down before the lunge across, and Hendersonville able to do what they needed to do defensively after it was a great job by Wes Henderson to provide the opportunity in the offensive end there. We're under 2.5 to play here in the first half, and Hendersonville with the 12-0 lead on Wes Henderson, and they'll have the ball second down and 11 now. At about the 23-yard line. Yeah, the lights are flashing over there at the fire station. As you can see it in our shot right there.
I don't know if that was trying to get the home crowd fired up.
And throw it out of the edge. Flag is going to go down in the middle. And the players collided on the far sideline. And being aggressive on that call. Get a good look there. And Isaiah Cash. Cash will play a little bit as running back as well. So there hasn't been a whole lot of rhythm to this game with the penalties. Personal foul. Call that chop block. And a 2:03 to play here in the first half. It's a 12-0 lead for Hendersonville, coming off that 68-0 win over East Henderson. We talked about the fine win by Wes Henderson as they won last week 27-21 late. One more look up inside. You see the flag coming in there.
Tom, has a huge crowd here today. It's just standing room only, it looks like, all around the stadium.
And Wes Henderson brought a lot of folks, getting not that far, we mentioned, down the road. So they're continuing to talk to Paul Whitaker. Talked about his 17 years as an assistant and his last 15 as the head coach. And boy, the run that they have had, Tim, they 8-4 last year, but the 2 previous ones were 12-1, 13-1. They went 33-6, 17-1 in conference play. So let's see what they decide to do here after a long conversation. The chop block, and they will mark it off. But the last 3 years, and we visited with him a little bit this week about prior to that run, they were 3-8, and then really got it turned around. The commitment from the players and coaching staff and everybody to have 2 really great seasons. I mean, last year was good at 8-4, 5-1 in conference play, 3-way tie, and off to a really good start this year with a nice win. So bottom line is, it'll be a throw across the middle, and it's at the 30-yard line. 35 sideline. He could go on the run to the 20, and then going to be knifed out of bounds as he tried to tightrope it, and almost able to take it the distance there. As you'll get one more look at it here. Vonnie Suber got it out on the edge. Watch this speed. Looked like he might go out there. Went high, didn't knock him out. And then up the sideline, and a great effort by Cash to get enough on contact there to knock him out of bounds as the player's down here about the 21-yard line. And it may be one of those. There's a First Bank red zone now as he was able to take it.
Looks like it could be a cramp, Tom. So
we saw that a little bit last week in the Ambassador Christian game and Christ School, particularly in the second half, which does get us into the First Bank red zone. 23 locations across Western North Carolina and the upstate. And help him up now a little bit there. So, man, that is painful. And we saw it, like I said, last week. And tell you, some explosive plays on the part of Hendersonville. And they're going to help him off now. We have seen Mayor Albany 41 yards on a pass play. We have seen Buford go 50, and now Suber backed up after that chop block, and he takes it all the way down just outside the 10-yard line. And it begins 1st and 10 from there. In a 12-0 ball game with 1:36 to play here in the first half. Ward's the quarterback. He's got a couple of backs. You bring in Gianni Jacobs, 6 feet 220 senior, along with Buford right next to him, and 3 wide receivers. And it'll be Buford. He takes it to the 5, powers up inside. Cash hit him, but he'll take it in for the score. Foundation Solutions touchdown. Wow, I mean, he earned that one. 11-yard run. He hammered it up inside. Cash went high, and he had enough power to take it to the end zone to make it an 18-0 game. Well, I guess they didn't get in there, I guess. Thought he did. And now he will, after the fact. He knocked him down at right about the half-yard line. So let's give Foundation Solutions touchdown here. Banged it up inside. So Cash was able to get him down. Let's take a look one more on the play here up inside. Let's see where he goes down. And yeah, good call right there. I thought he got into the end zone across the double stripes, but it is a Foundation Solutions touchdown. And it's widened out now. 18-0 game, 1:22 to play. And on for the PAT. Let's see if they can add one here and add to this 18-0 lead. There's the kick. Hey, this one is kind of helicoptering up. It'll go through. It got between the goalposts.
But it was good, Tom.
That is good. That's all that counts, is it gets between the uprights. You'll take it. It's not how, but how many. And it's an additional one there. Boy, I tell you, big turn of events there. We have seen some big plays in this game, both defensively and offensively. You saw the power of Buford to get it down to about the half-yard line, and then Ward, big guy, just can take it in for the score. And that's where we are. Hendersonville looking good. so far. They win 68-0 last week, and they have a shutout of West Henderson right now with just a minute 22 to play in the half.
The drive was 4 plays, 75 yards, minute 33.
Well, the Asheville Chevy halftime show coming up as well, and also remind you that we will be visiting at halftime and going out with Coach. And Nelson will be down the sideline, provide that opportunity for you to get some comments prior to beginning the halftime show. So to kick it off from the 40-yard line. And just kind of squib it a little bit there, and it's going to be taken by Nutback, running laterally and trying to find some room at 38, and then swarming there to make that tackle. So able to cover that effectively. Decided last time not to kick that ball very deep, and able to corral the ball there. It's Adams, and tried to make something happen there. And good swarming tackling there by the Hendersonville special teams play, and that's one of the areas we talked with Coach Ward about this week. Is they want to be good, if not great, in that area. And they've been, the first 2 ball games been pretty good. 35-yard line now, first down 10. What will West Henderson do? They'll throw it underneath, and it's incomplete. Trying to pick up a little bit there, and I think they're going to throw a penalty on Subu there, I believe. Let's see, it was incomplete, reached down to get it, and then there was some contact after the fact, and we will see as they visit about what that will occur, and if it will in fact be against Hendersonville. And it will be. I mean, it's a big one too. So here late in the first half, additional 15 yards there, and it gets it right near midfield. Maybe we'll see it over here. Yeah, that's a tough one right there. I mean, that's a football
that was
play.
Close.
I mean, he didn't catch it, but nonetheless, it was called and it was marked off. And here's Young. They want to throw the screen, and man, it was almost intercepted there. Tried to get that play on the screen pass, and having nothing to do with that was Jalen Wynn. Wynn had an outstanding game last week. 5'10", 160 junior, had an interception for a touchdown. And if he gets one there, he's in pretty good shape as well, but unable to corral that, and it'll stop the clock with 1:08 to go. It's a 19-0 lead for the Bearcats on the Falcons here, and one of the many county clashes. You want to win the county championship of the 4 teams. Here comes the defense, and will get it. He'll sweep outside and just gets a couple of yards there. They were coming all hard up inside, and it was a good play by Buford and company over that way. Some of the same names familiar both sides of the football, because a lot of guys on both teams go both ways. Had a few with some cramping issues here in the second period of play as the clock continues to run on 3rd down 10. The football marked right at midfield. And the snap will fire over the middle. It's tipped and almost intercepted. Had a man open in the middle, but able to get a hand on it and knock it down. So getting some outstanding play in the secondary by A. Smith. And Tim, we talked with the Coach Ward this week. He likes his secondary. All the linebackers back, all the guys in the secondary, and we've called, I think, all 4 of the guys, if not more, in the secondary for making some pretty good plays in the first half against the passing.
They've been busy tonight, swarming all over the field, making big plays.
So at midfield on a 4th and 10 now on the incomplete pass, the clock stopped, and we'll punt the football away. A good snap, and we'll finally boom it, and a high driving kick will bounce inside the 10-yard line and eventually be down right about there, about the 6-yard line. So just 13.5 seconds to go first half. Hendersonville with an impressive 19-0 lead. They've had 3 big plays. 2 of them went for touchdown. They actually had more than that, but a 41-yard TD pass and also a 50-yard run. And then the super run on the pass play got it down at the 11-yard line. Almost took it in, did Buford, and then Ward would bang it in there for the touchdown. Had a PAT that went through. That's where we are, 19-0 here. So Ward kind of directing traffic there, sending a player off. And we'll probably just go back, take a bended knee, and that should do the end of the first half here. So at home, Dietz Field, an impressive performance by Hendersonville against a really good West Henderson team coming off that win last week, 27-21 late over Irwin, and a good first half. And the defense able to get it done with a shutout and big plays, able to get Hendersonville on the board. And here at halftime, they lead it 19-0. We'll eventually go down here in just a moment with Nelson and get a couple of comments. But Asheville Chevy halftime show coming up. To remind you that a lot of activity goes on during halftime. I want you to go away. A lot of interesting interviews, and appreciate the scholar athletes and all the principal and the people that we talk to in respective schools when we do this on Friday night. Love to give you the background and some of the inside information and what they do from an academic standpoint and athletic as well, in addition to the number of things that go on at respective schools. We try to get around Western North Carolina for you, and also from South Carolina in the upstate. And boy, I tell you what, beautiful night here at the ballpark. We've done games in August before when it's been pretty warm, and here tonight is just fantastic. Let's go down to Nelson now with the coach's interview.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tom. This is the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Carolina Furniture Contest. So, Coach, I got to tell you, y'all had an explosive first half. You're in command of the game offensively, on the defensive side of the ball as well. Had some spectacular plays, too. What were your thoughts on the first half, Coach?
Just got to play better. Got to stop the stupid penalties. I'm not satisfied. It's 0-0. We got to go finish it. We got to take it.
What's the message to the boys in the locker room?
Finish it. That's it. Finish the drill.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you and your boys in the second half. Yes, sir. Tim, Tom, back to y'all.
All right, thank you, Nelson. 19-0 here at halftime, and big plays in this game. It was a touchdown pass from Ward to Albany to begin things, 41 yards, and then you had a 50-yard run by Buford. You'll see it here, and 12-0 then, and you know what you do? You turn around, you hand it off, and you get into the end zone. The touchdown of the quarterback as well as we go to break.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals here on the Asheville Chevrolet Halftime Show. Joining us are our good friends from the aforementioned Asheville Chevrolet, Bobby and Joey Roussel. The Roussel men, good to have y'all on the show.
Great to be here, Nelson.
All righty. Yes, sir. Now, we all know no halftime experience is complete without the famous Bobby Roussel first half assessment. So, Bobby, without further ado, fire away.
Well, Hendersonville is really putting it on them. They're really looking great out there. For a young team, they're definitely, you can see the development from last year to this year.
Indeed. Joey, you want to add to that?
Just say, yeah, they're playing consistently. That's really what the game difference right now.
Now, Joey, let's talk business, shall we? What's on the lot right now over at Asheville Chevrolet?
We got a lot of Silverados, a lot of Traxxas right now. We have Labor Day sales that are going to be open until the end of Tuesday, actually, and we'll be open all day Labor Day, so come get a deal.
Okay, so if someone wanted to stop by today, tomorrow, Sunday, or even Labor Day, where can they find y'all right now?
205 Smoky Park Highway.
Excellent. Now, Bobby, you know I got a remark on that spiffy pink shirt of yours. Why are you wearing that tonight? What's going on in early October?
Well, that's for our breast cancer event, the Hope Chest for Women, on October 9th at 5:30 to 8:30, where I'll be cooking jambalaya. We'll have some live Cajun, some entertainment, some good Cajun food, some axe throwing, all kind of stuff going on at the dealership, and it's free admission. Come down and enjoy us and help us support Hope Chest for Women.
That does sound amazing. Now, you mentioned the who, what, when, and the where, but I'm curious to know why. Why is it so important, not just to women, but to the entire community as a whole?
To help those people that can't afford the services that they need. And we'll also have a mobile mammogram bus there for people to come get mammograms.
You mentioned the people just now. For the sake of clarity, this is open to the entire region. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
That is correct.
Outstanding. Now, gentlemen, you guys have been long-standing and proud sponsors of Halftime Athletics for quite some time. On behalf of My 40 and Friday Night Rivals, we cannot thank y'all enough from the bottom of our hearts.
Nelson, we're glad to do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you too, Joey.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals here on the Asheville Chevrolet Halftime Show. Well, folks, throughout the course of the F&R season, we're going to interview an array of RB Scholar athlete winners here on this show. These RB Scholar athlete winners are eligible to receive a $5,000 scholarship. This afternoon, or in this case tonight, however, we are joined by the RB Scholar athlete winner from West Henderson High School, Teague Atwell. Teague, my man, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm great to be here.
All right, congratulations on the win as well.
Thank you.
So, Teague, I got to tell you, with the band and all that good stuff playing in the background, you must feel right at home. Let's talk about the fact that you are just a very talented musician.
Yes, sir. I've been playing the trumpet for about 7 years now, and I love to play in the band. It really hypes up the football team. I made all-county all the years I've been playing, and all-district, and I made all-state the past 2 years that I've played. And I hope to do it again this year.
All right, most impressive, my man. Now, you've also had straight A's throughout your entire high school career. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Remarkable work. Now, what are some of your post-high school plans?
Some of my post-high school plans, I plan to go to Clemson or NC State and major in mechanical engineering. I've been taking classes through the School of Science and Math, biomedical engineering, and civil engineering, and I hope that'll further me in getting that degree.
And just to be clear, you are currently sitting on a rock-solid 4.6 GPA. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
That's terrific work. Now, let's shift our focus and talk about sports because you are a basketball star, a tennis star, and a swimming star as well. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Talk to us about those three.
I played basketball my freshman and sophomore year, and then I switched to swim my junior and senior year. Last year was my first year, and I improved a lot, and I hope to step up this year as a senior and really improve again. And tennis, it's my fourth year playing tennis. We've made it to the third round once and then the fourth round twice. And I was also the Western North Carolina winner in my division at the Western North Carolina Invitational.
Well, Teague, that all sounds wonderful. Well, once again, my man, you are our RB Scholar Athlete winner for this week. Big congratulations
Thank
to
you. I appreciate it.
All right. RBs, we have the meets. We'll be back in just a moment, folks.
And welcome back to Dietz Field here in Hendersonville, North Carolina. The Apple Festival is underway, and Hendersonville had an outstanding first half with a 19-0 lead. Big plays, Tim, in this one. It started the pass from Ward to Albany.
Oh, yeah, 41-yard pass to Albany. Just hauled it right in, beat the defenders, and they were off to the races.
Yeah, gave him a 6-0 lead at that point, and then, hand it off inside to Boss Buford, and he runs over a player. He goes the distance, 50 yards, big plays first half.
Those are some big plays in the first half, and then.
Yeah, look at the interception there by Suber. He was able to take it about the 40. Good tackle by the quarterback there, or he is going to go the distance. And he almost went the distance on this one with a swing pass to set up the third touchdown.
That set up a nice touchdown attempt from the 1-yard line by Ward.
Yeah, I thought
took it in.
I thought Boss got in there, but he came up a little bit shy, and then a little pump fake, and there and take it inside for the touchdown. There you go. It is 19-0 with the second half coming up right after this. Well, an explosive first half for Hendersonville. They ran 20 plays last week and scored 68 points. And tonight they have really done a good job of big plays to lead 19-0. Down to the sideline we go to Nelsonville.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tom. This is the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Carolina Furniture Concepts. Well, Coach, what was the message to the boys in the locker room? Yes, sir. Tim, Tom, back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Nelson, down there. And, you know, experienced head coach, and I'm sure not real happy about the way his team played first half. They had a couple of opportunities, Tim, deep in Bearcat territory, but unable to cash in.
Yeah, they did. And just to take a look at the keys to the game, pressure the quarterback. Not much pressure there, some, but he got away some good passes, controlling the tempo. Nobody really got in a rhythm with all the penalties, Tom,
Yeah,
it seemed like. Keep the pocket clean, limit the yards after contact. I don't think either team did a good job with their keys to the game, but Hendersonville's got the big lead at 19 points, and they have run 26 plays in the first half.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's breaking news right there. You know? But we talked about this Hendersonville team, and Ward had to play as a young guy, as a freshman, and got his baptism under fire, so to speak. Ron Ward, of course, the son of the coach, and a lot of these guys we talk about, and it's about a half-half mixture in terms of juniors and seniors that start on both sides of the football, and kind of building to this point this year. Took some lumps along the way, and you know, there's a great history here. You go back to the 2021 team that was just outstanding as well. That was a team that scored 70 a couple of times and 50 points on 4 occasions. And one thing we need to touch on too is people don't know is the new reclassifications in North Carolina. 8 classes this year now.
8 classes. They took off the top 32 largest teams. All the classifications are based on average daily membership or enrollment. They took off the top 32 teams and made them Class 8A. And then the other teams that ended up being 64 different conferences, Tom, and a lot of them are split conferences this year, and only 10 conferences consist solely of teams from the same classification. The playoff format's going to be a little bit different. An RPI, totally RPI classification for playoffs. Conference championships don't necessarily mean anything. So they're trying to create more competitive balance in the North Carolina High School Football Association. So we'll see how this works. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, some changes. We also want to remind you to stay tuned to later in tonight's game, as we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Paid for by NHTSA. So stay tuned for that, and appreciate the school bus stop sponsor, and please be careful in those particular situations as well.
One more thing I want to throw in about the reclassification. Does that mean Jason Patterson is going to be calling 8 championship games now?
Oh my goodness, he'll be back with you. If you're kind of wondering, Jason's been a long time play-by-play broadcaster here the last 14 years, 17 for My 40 Sports, and he's got some responsibilities at the SEC and ACC level the first 2 weeks, but he'll be back next week. And Jason, outstanding broadcaster, and does a lot of work with those 2 conferences, but just every year for Sinclair, he broadcasts football and basketball state championships and has done hundreds of those. And I'm looking forward to seeing him back here in the booth next week.
Yeah, we miss you, Jason, so come on back.
All right. We are back for the second half of action, and after winning the toss and deferring, going to get the football to start the second half. And a little pooch kick, and it is going to be taken on the run to 30-yard line. Fumbled, though, but then recovered very quickly there as the bounding ball. Jeff Thompson able to get on it there for Hendersonville. Of course, Last week, a kickoff return for a touchdown, 2 punt returns for a touchdown, fumble recovery for a touchdown, interception, touchdown, rushing, passing. 6 different ways last week that this Hendersonville team was able to score in their win over East. But that ball popped free. You never know how the oblong ball is going to bounce, and it went the Bearcats' way, and they'll have it to begin the second half at the 37-yard line. Huron Ward is the quarterback in his 3rd year and had to play quite a bit as a freshman. 6 feet 215 junior. Here's a reverse, and there's room at the 40, blocking to the outside midfield. Sideline step on 40 and knocked out of bounds there. So coming up with a end around there, and you give it to Amir Albany, who caught one for 41 yards at a touchdown. He's limping a little bit there, but he says they may come back.
The official threw off his hat.
You see him going off the field a little bit there. Albany. Now let's see eventually what will transpire. This is pretty indicative of what happened in the first half.
Yeah.
But an explosive, another big play by this Bearcat football team. And that was a play we haven't seen before. We've seen him spread it out, go deep, sideline, up inside, blocking by the O-line. And then that's the first time we've seen the end around there. It was successfully executed, but going to come back because of the penalty. You see him coming off the field there as well. So many playmakers on this team. Albany, Suber, Ace Smith, Gianni Thompson, Jalen Wynn as well. But put it back to the 32-yard line, and we'll re-rack it and start it all over again. Here in the 3rd quarter of play. Glad you're with us here on this Friday night. 2nd of 11 consecutive Friday nights. Friday night rivals here on My 40 Sports. We mentioned a moment ago for the 17th year. Thank you all for coming along with us each and every Friday night. Stay with the guys when it's over on WLOS. They'll bring all the highlights for you as well. Do an outstanding job there from games across Western North Carolina. Here is a stiff arm to the 40, the 43-yard line, and once again taking the ball up inside with an outstanding run is Boss Buford. He had a big first half as well. As he gets outside, going to use that stiff arm, knocks the guy away, and a good job out on the edge not to hold there, but then able to be knocked to the ground there and kind of limping a little bit as he came out of the pack there, and he's on the sideline. We saw late in the 2nd quarter a number of players for both teams, and hopefully just a cramp in this particular case as well. So out to the 44-yard line to bring up 2nd down and 2 from there. Single back, go 4 wide, double slot, 3 down. Here's the linebackers edging in. Here they all come. He's going to fire it over the middle. And I mean, there are 4 players in the GA. And we'll see what happens there.
Looks like it was intercepted.
Man, I tell you what, if that is an INT, that is an exceptional catch by Asa Otzman. We had 4 players, and one of them down for the Bearcats right now. I mean, I'm not sure everybody was supposed to be there in this pattern, but look at this. I mean, that is a sensational catch. I mean, you're looking at a couple of guys there in Alex Adams and also I should say you had Giovanni Suber and Jalen Wynn both in the general area, but then able to come up with an interception was Asa Osman. So they will take a look at the injured player. We'll go ahead and take a break. We're early on here in the 3rd quarter, 19-0 Hendersonville over West Hessners. Well, as we come back, let me remind you that once we've handed out that trophy here at the end of the game, you got to head over to WLOS Friday Night Football Frenzy by Chris Womack and Marvin Parker Jr. They'll run you through the highlights from matchups across the mountains, from Graham to McDowell County, Mitchell to Rutherford, and everywhere in between. Every Friday Football Frenzy comes your way at 11 o'clock over on ABC 13. Those guys do an outstanding job, Eddie. Done that a couple of times over the years. I get lost after the first game. So good job by both Chris and Marvin on that. Hope you'll join them tonight. Well, after all was said and done, it'll be a handoff to the 46-yard line. And for Wes Anderson, they were shut out of the first half. They had a couple of opportunities deep in Hendersonville territory, but unable to convert, including an interception at the goal line. And it could be even worse than 19-0 because it was a tackle made by the quarterback, Cade Young, as you see him there, and it was McCraw who carried it. Got a good look at that young man who is going to have an outstanding season this year. There's pressure on Young all night long, and he's going to be run out of bounds on the far sideline. Hit out of bounds, and there comes a penalty.
Yep, a little bit late on that one.
So all kinds of things going on the sideline over there. Let's see how they sort all of this out. There's a late hit. I think it was Sebastian Jacobs you see chasing. Let's see. He necessarily didn't give up on it, but he knows he's going to go out of bounds, and then coming in late to make that hit, Johnson, and then everybody kind of goes down to the far sideline there, and cooler heads will prevail there. I'll tell you, it was a great effort by Jacobs to try to chase him down, and then a little bit of a different angle coming up and making contact a bit late there for the penalty.
Well, one thing, you don't hit a guy late on his own sideline. That's not a wise thing to do.
Well, there has been basically no rhythm to this game because of the penalties. And we saw it last week in week 1 as well with Christ School and Ambassador Christian. But see Coach Ward there, and tell you what, played in this rivalry over the years. A 2002 graduate, many of the coaches on his staff. Once a Bearcat, always a Bearcat is their motto. They continue to talk about it. There's a flag here on the near side as well, and there's one on the far side at about the 45-yard line. So we got a couple of things to discuss here between the officials there to see what they're eventually going to come up with there. But, you know, you're talking about the classification, so 8 of them now, and I think 80% of the teams have a chance to make the playoffs. So here's going to be the late hit. He's going to go out of bounds. He was in bounds, but he's getting ready to go out and went on through that. Personal foul against Hendersonville. And then Coach Ward's out here. He wants to have a conversation.
You know,
so
it looked like he was still in the field of play when he was hit.
Yeah.
You know, momentum and all that, I'm not sure how all that figures in, but it was right in front of the official.
Yeah, it was right there, and you're right. Good look. Good camera work again tonight. There's a foot in bounds. Let's take a look at it. And, you know, the momentum and getting set to deliver the blow. He's going out of bounds, but he's hit.
Still in bounds right there.
And he's in bounds. And drove him deep into the bench area there. So, and then you had a couple players there on the west sideline make contact with a young man as well. So,
and they got tackled by their own coaches to keep him out of the melee.
Yeah, and the coaches jumped right in there to make sure that nothing else transpired. So, somewhat of an emotional start here to the third quarter of play. Hendersonville has a 19-0 lead on West Henderson. And eventually, when all is said and done, this football is going to be at about the 26-yard line in Hendersonville territory. And West Henderson's been down here a couple of times. They missed a field goal at a 4th and 2 from the 7-yard line. and they thought about going for it. Then they actually took a timeout when the second quarter began, and they missed a field goal. And then they were driving down and had a touchdown call back on a penalty, and then had an interception which turned about 40 yards or so. So they've had opportunities. See, McCraw gets the ball now. He goes up inside, and good game. He powers forward and shows his strength, and able to get ahead there for about 6 or 7 yards. First bank red zone.
You know, last week McCraw kind of took the team on his shoulders a little bit in the latter part of the game against Irwin, and they're looking for him or someone to step up and perhaps do that this week.
And here comes a 2nd down and 4 as we do get into the first bank red zone. Young to throw, and he does sideline, and it's incomplete there. And we'll remind you that first bank 23 locations across western North Carolina and the upstate as well. Make sure you check them out if you can. So incomplete pass there, 3rd down and 4, 8:59 here in the 3rd quarter of play. Clash in the county here between Hendersonville and West Henderson. Hendersonville's already defeated East Henderson 68-0 last week. So here comes the 3rd down and 4. Football about 16-yard line now. You got Young in the backfield, and Zane McCraw's been there as well for much of the night. Single back look out of the shotgun. Both teams with that look offensively, and will fire it out, but it's knocked out of the air, and I think it's intercepted. Wow. It was Tymir Barber coming up with it. And now he's going to go down. He has a cramp as well. Or did he come up with it or not? Thought maybe he made that play. Maybe not. But he goes down, that's for sure.
Looks like a cramp there.
We have seen that, and then of course there's another marker on the play.
Another flag. Oh, surprise.
So we might wait until the play's over. They're going to call a hold, and that is declined, and it is. That's what I thought. The initial indication was that he made that. We've seen some really good plays. He's hipped up in the air. Yeah, I thought he caught it, and he did. And I think on the far sideline, really good look there. It was Albany, I think, that got a hand on it, and it looked like he caught it, but the initial reaction was maybe not. There was a flag down, and he's down on the field. So somewhat inauspicious start here in the 3rd quarter of play. So we'll go ahead and take a break and remind you that with 8:57 to play here in the 3rd quarter from Hendersonville, it's a 19-0 lead for the Bearcats and the Falcons. Well, let me remind you that don't let game night dinner get you stressed. No reason for that. Stop by Ingles for great choices from the Ingles Deli. Rotisserie chicken, freshly made salads, or delicious hot bar and sub bar. Dinner and a snap, and then you're off to the game. Ingles, low prices, love savings as well. So Barber came off. He got the INT. And that came after the interception by Asa Otzman. Just an outstanding INT. Same thing for Barber. So here we go again. 8:57 3rd quarter. Bearcats lead at 19-0 on the Falcons. Ward out of the shotgun, hands it up inside, and again banging hard. A couple of yards up inside by Boss Buford. So Tim, we've seen the versatility of this Hendersonville team tonight with a big play down the field. Got it out on the edge a little bit, able to run it up inside, and special teams play has been good as well.
Yes, it has been. Both sides of the ball, special teams, they've done what they needed to do so far. It hasn't been pretty. There's been a lot of penalties on both sides. But Hendersonville so far is holding on and making the home fans happy.
2nd down and 9 now. Looking to the sideline, get the play. Everybody's got to look down and see, make sure you get the right one, right? You see a good look there at the junior quarterback, Ron Ward. Buford right next to him, and he's going to take it inside, and he'll be banged up there at the point of attack. And it is the inside linebacker, Zane McCraw, making his presence felt there, and he's had an outstanding game on defense as well tonight. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 8. Here as we get under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 41-yard touchdown pass from Ward to Amir Albany. 50-yard run by Buford. Also had a 1-yard run by Ward after Buford almost got it to the end zone and tackled it at the half-yard line after a Suber return of an interception of about 70 yards. So 3rd down and 8. Direct snap, rolls right, and will fire to the sideline, and he'll step back and make that catch. Boy, nice down and out, and it's Jalen Wynn, 5'10", 160 junior. Boy, so many perimeter players have exceptional ability, and Wynn getting an opportunity on both sides of the football as well, and that will be a pocket change 1st down. And there it is. Good pattern there. Pocket change laundry. Appreciate their support this year, along with everybody else on our Friday Night Rivals broadcast. Boy, it's jammed. Tim told you earlier. I mean, as Henderson brought a lot, the band was here, jammed on the Hendersonville sideline. Great atmosphere for high school football tonight. And here's Ward. He'll pitch outside, and not much there. Was Willie defended, went short side of the field. He got out of there, but they'll say maybe that it was either stopped or he's out of bounds. Little option play there. First time we've seen that go down the line of scrimmage.
Hendersonville is pulling out all the stops. You know, they had a little reverse earlier that was kind of nice, and a little option.
Tell you, they're going to be hard to defend when people start taking a look at them on film and preparing for them, the number of things that they can do. And, you know, we talk about offensively, but again, they're working on another shutout here tonight. So the defense has been excellent as well. This will bring up 2nd down and 10. You see Ward there. He's in the pocket, steps up, lets it go long, and it is caught at about the 20-yard line, 15-10, and then going to be knocked out of bounds there. Had a man open down the far sideline, and again, that was Amir Albany able to make the play, and another big-time pass play in great scoring position now, moving into the red zone. And we'll have another opportunity as we get another look at it.
38 yards on that.
I tell you, he was there. I mean, good job to run him down on the back side of it that way. So the first back red zone again. And it'll be a 1st down and 10 as they shift out of that 20 feet locations, Western North Carolina, and also the upstate. And of course, it's another 1st down as well for you. Pocket change laundry 1st down. So kind of a double play there as well for you on the red zone and a 1st down. Handed up inside, and not much there. Good job to stack it up, and a loss of 1 brings up 2nd down and 11. Under 5.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. And really trying to add on to this 19-0 lead. But there have been big play after big play after big play tonight offensively for Hendersonville. They'll let that clock wind down a little bit and bring it up to the line of scrimmage. Single back, 3 wide, the wide side of the field. And now we're going to have another stoppage of play. And
looks like Albany may be injured.
Yeah, he's kind of limping off there on the far side. He was way out this side, and we have seen a number of players that have gone off with that particular issue here tonight. All right, let's head down to the sidelines at Nelson. Nelson.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tom. I'm standing here on the sidelines at Hendersonville High School with some of the gorgeous cheerleaders here. Ladies, on behalf of My 40 and Friday Night Rivals, thank y'all so much for hosting us here tonight. We proudly present y'all a check for $500.
All right, there you go. They're enjoying the action here tonight. So Albany having a little bit of an issue there from the cramping situation. So roll someone back in there as well. And everybody has been able to produce effectively here tonight on the offensive side. And it'll bring up second down at 11. Pretty good look there. You see a Jerron Ward and Boss Buford. Both those guys have known one another for a long time. They're going to go up the sideline now. And inside the 10, knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. It was Buford that was able to make the catch and took it that way. And smell from Isaiah Cash on the far sideline, helping to make that play and knock him down at that point. Again with Gabe Gonzalez as well, part of the tackle on the backside over there to bring up a third down and 5 as we dip under 4.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Trying to add on is Hendersonville to a 19-0 lead here. Make sure everybody's on the same page. You got to look down, get the play call, shotgun, direct snap, under pressure, step up, not there. Good job to knock him down there. Up front, outstanding penetration by Mason Carver, and also Duval in the area as well. A couple of guys there. We saw Rick Duval in the ball game make a nice catch from the tight end position as well. And a good look there at on the defensive end and the defensive front as well.
Carver had 9 tackles last week, Tom, including a tackle for loss.
Big guy up front. Senior. And it'll bring up a 4th and 12. And talking about it, you see Teron Ward over there thinking about what he wants to do as the clock continues to roll. They're in the 3:11 point here, now under 3:10. Going to call that timeout now. Think about what they want to do here. And we'll go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we'll tell you what the decision is for Hendersonville as they lead at 19-0. Here we go. Look at those smiles. And it's brought to you by Caroline Aldi Orthodontics, proudly serving Asheville, Hendersonville, and the Brevard area. They got plenty to smile about here tonight. 19-0 lead right now for Hendersonville on West Henderson. Think about what they wanted to do. And on 4th down and 12, the decision has been made. Ward back in there, quarterback. They're going to empty the backfield, go 5 wide, 4 to the near side of the field. And let's see what West Henderson decides to do defensively. See if they come after him or not. 4th and 12 now. Here we go. And he's under pressure, and he fires it over the middle anyway, and it's caught. And take it in. Foundation Solutions touchdown. And able to come up with that football is Jalen Wynn to make the catch in 4th and 12. I mean, he stood in there. I think it was McCraw. We might get one more look at it. He stood in there and fired it. And man, nice catch there by Wynn. And boy, can they spread it out and get a lot of different people involved. It becomes a 25-0 ball game at 2:58 in the 3rd. There's one more look at it. Breaks that tackle and takes it in. He stood in there under pressure. And let's see if we'll have an opportunity. We will for a point after. And it is up, and cover guy almost made the play. Behind there, and he kicks it up, and he kicks it through successfully. And that becomes a 26-0 ball game with 2:58 to play here in the 3rd. And a score on 4th down and 12 to go for it, and a touchdown pass. Ward able to hit it to Wynn, and the PAT makes it a 26-0 ball game here as we get late into the 3rd quarter. Well, Hendersonville looking good again here tonight. So they will be at North Henderson next week. Then they've got Irwin at home. And this is a West Henderson team to beat Irwin 27-21 with a couple of touchdowns late in the 4th quarter. And then Hendersonville begins conference play, and it's a lot different this year. Mitchell, Madison, Owen, Avery County, Mount Heritage, Polk. Polk is the only team left from the conference that Hendersonville was in last year. We talked about the reclassification a little bit earlier, but it's not unfamiliar talking with Coach Ward. It's it used to be back in the day a couple of years ago, so it's not all that out of the ordinary for them to be playing some of those teams. Here's the kickoff. It's taken at the 30-yard line, up the sideline 40. Good return, 45, and then it hit hard out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Able to bring it up the sideline, and pretty good return there by Alex Adams. And a hard hit on the sideline. So as much as we talk about the offense, and justifiably so, the defense has played exceptionally well here tonight. And there's a player down on the far sideline in front of the West Henderson bench. If we can identify at some point, we'll do that for you here in just a little bit.
Tom, taking a look at that last drive by Hendersonville, 75 yards, 9 plays, 5 minutes 59 seconds, and the 18-yard pass from Ward to Wynn, and the point after kick was good.
All right, we are going to go ahead and take a break. It is 26-0 Hendersonville over West Henderson. Yeah, good look there at the Hendersonville Fire Station, #1, just across the street here from Dietz Field, Hendersonville High School. And
it's a beautiful fire station. Just nice architectural design.
Man, a lot of activity going on around here, and folks saw you almost took a bite in our open to the apple.
Yeah, I was so tempted, you know.
You would have been trending somewhere if you had.
Yeah, I thought there's no polite way to take a bite out of an apple.
Well, as we come back, it's nice to see a player coming off and appears to be okay. And as we get back to play, nice run by the quarterback, Young. And he takes it up the sideline. Good gain. It's another pocket change, Laundry, first down. As they move it up the sideline, Chain's okay. They had a little bit of an issue earlier in the ball game, trying to get that rectified over there. So a good run there. 26-0 Hendersonville. Big plays tonight. And Wes Henderson has moved the ball on occasion here tonight, but they've been unable to finish it off once they had that. Under pressure, throws it out near side. Caught. Good catch and a roll there. A great job by Young to let that ball go, and a rolling catch by Asa Ottman. And I'll tell you, the defensive line has done a nice job. Young, solid player in his third year, and he got it out of there, rolling to make that catch over that way. Pretty good game there, and they'll mark the football officially. Said it went down between the 32 and the 33-yard line. Brings up a 2nd down and 5. As we do approach 2 minutes, 26-0 Hendersonville leads. We're in the third quarter of play. Bring them up. Off play action. Fire it over the middle. Nice catch there. 20-yard line. Upended. And able to get that catch made by Brady Duval again. He was instrumental in the first half in a couple of drives, catching the ball out of that tight end spot. And find a little bit of a seam there. He gets it in there and then go low and make that tackle. Man, that is Suber who went down and got him. That's a big time hit there. Big guy Duval. And sweeping, crawl. He's going to be tripped up and in the backfield there. And a nice play there by Gianni Thompson to make that effort and to bring him down. He tried to bring that young man down to the open field. That's kind of tough to do sometimes.
Yeah, it sure is.
As we approach a minute here in the third quarter, it becomes 2nd down play. Had a first down a moment ago. A short gain there. 2nd down and 8 was the mark the football at the 17-yard line. Young's got it. Throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. There's a flag going to go down, though. There was contact, and that hit. Osman went down, and we'll see if there is a marker.
He did trip. I don't know if he tripped on his own feet or if someone else tripped him.
They wanted
hard to see.
Penalty there, but we're so used to seeing one.
Let's watch this. We just saw the end of it.
Not sure anybody was in the GA there. Gonna do it again on 3rd down and 8. First Bank red zone. And looking out from behind. Oh, he knocked the ball loose. Rolling free. Who's going to get on it? And it looks like it will be recovered back there by Wes Henderson. But boy, backside play by Chaz Johnson. I think it was Johnson. Yeah, look at him. He's coming hard. Number 52 knocked it away. Rolling free, and a great hustling effort there. Able to pick that ball up, and that'll push it all the way back to about the 31-yard line. And we'll bring a 4th down play. We're under 20 seconds here in the third quarter. If they'll let it run down or not, they've got time to let it run down. And they'll come to the line of scrimmage with 10 seconds to go. And they're going to get it pretty wide and at the line of scrimmage. They are going to run the play with 5 seconds to go. Step up inside. Looking, firing, far sideline, and thrown out of bounds. And again, under pressure that time. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. And it'll be Hendersonville football when we come back to begin the fourth. Up 26-0 Bearcats.
This is the school bus stop of the game, presented by NHTSA. Always remember to...
And it was a good one. There was a deflected pass. And how about Barber, the big guy down the air? And look at that young man go down, get it, and come up with it.
School bus stop of the game, presented by NHTSA. Always remember to stop when the school bus...
All right, one of the many big plays in the game, and there have been a lot on offense, and justifiably so. It has been on the other side of the football as well. Just a reminder again, please stop when you see the bus and the bus stop and the arm go down, and be proactive in that regard in terms of watching the kids. And we've all been there, done that, so make sure that you do stop. And
otherwise, Barber's coming after you.
Yes, I mean, he's been coming after, Tymir has been coming after a lot of the players on the other side of the defensive effort here tonight. He's played well. A lot of his teammates have too. Well, here we go. We begin the fourth quarter of play and hand it up inside. Going to bank it hard to the 40. We may have a first down. We do. And up the sideline, Buford. 40, 35, 30. Hard to bring him down as he is rolling onto the track, and yet another flag will go down on the far sideline as well. He is having an outstanding night. Goes by the nickname of Boss Buford. Look at that, up inside, breaks a tackle, head down. Hard to bring him down one-on-one, and let's see what transpires as he gets out of bounds. Yeah, a little late hit there. He goes rolling onto the track there. You got the big guy over there to help him out. He almost slipped and went down as well. So tack on a few more yards after that. We still have another player down back behind the play at the 40-yard line as well. So I think it's another, well, we won't speculate, but been a lot of the cramping going on here tonight in this ball game.
Beautiful track out there, Tom. That track used to be red.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I didn't go here, but it was red, and we loved coming to Hendersonville to the track meet, to the WHKP relays.
Okay.
It was a nice track event, and it was a red track. I guess it was asphalt at the time.
Oh man, I remember those days.
Yeah.
Oh man. So did you run?
Yeah.
What'd you run?
I ran
quarter mile.
Half mile, 880 yards.
Yes.
Yards.
In the
day.
Yeah, 880. All right. What'd you run? You didn't like 210?
Oh no, man.
You run sub 2?
Right at 2. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's not bad. All right, they work over there, and we try to identify as soon as we can. 2 minutes and an 880 on an asphalt track. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I didn't win.
Oh,
I mean, there were some guys that were faster than me.
Yeah, that's Ace Smith over there, and he's had a nice night as well. I was a mile or 2 miler.
Yeah. I had to run that as punishment sometimes.
They had to hold up the next race, I think, until I finished, though. All right, they're in the red zone again. You know that. First Bank Red Zone. 23 locations across Western North Carolina and the upstate. And a lot of folks gone over by that tent here tonight, so kind of a battle of attrition. We talked about 6 players, both teams go both ways. And here is Ward with a high snap, goes right back left. He's got a man open in the end zone. He makes the catch for a touchdown. And that is a 32-0 lead at this point. I mean, he was able to get out of the clutches there under pressure, lets it go, and fires it into the end zone. And that catch is corralled by Gianni Thompson. And there's Barber on the sideline. You see him there. There's Coach Ward as well. Wow, so many weapons. Thompson gets involved in this one. And here's the point after, and it's going to go up and it's going to go through. And it's a 33-0 lead. One more goes right. Hey, it wasn't there. Oops, let's go the other way. And somebody got to be to the backside, and that's sometimes the toughest one to catch, and he did. 33-0 Hendersonville. Well, as we come back, a reminder that Bojangles is a proud sponsor of WLOS Friday Night Football. It's not just football season, you know it's tailgate season. Head to Bojangles. Order your tailgate box today. We had a couple of them tonight. It's not a tailgate without Bojangles. You know that, because Tim, you know what time it is. Not 9:48.
Oh, it's bow time.
It's bow time. And I always appreciate those folks at Bojangles year in and year out as well. Well, it's been a great night for Hendersonville offensively and again defensively. They're working a second shutout and putting a lot of points on the board.
Another drive, a 9-play drive like the last one, 52 yards, 3 minutes, 21 seconds, 20-yard pass from Ward to Thompson.
And now to kick it away as we get set to go here. Ron Ward still having a discussion with the officials on the near sideline. And now I think we're back and ready to go. As the talking continues there. Wes Henderson will be at Owen next week, and then he'll be on the road to Tuscola. So a couple road trips. And here comes the kickoff, and it'll be popped up into the air. Short kick again, one bounce taken, and it'll be out to the 42-yard line. The ball come out of there. Adams again able to corral that. We've seen Rutledge Pace kicking that ball off, so neither team has kicked the ball deep tonight. Some outstanding return players for both teams. You end up with good field position though at the 42-yard line here, as we're just early on here in the fourth quarter of play in what has been a dominating performance so far for Hendersonville.
Yes, it has.
And we're talking about Wes Henderson and a great job that Coach Whitaker's done there. What they've been able to accomplish the last 3 years or so. Throw it over the middle, not much there. Read well, hit hard, and that was went right over the middle, and there was a big-time collision there, and it did include Amir Albany, and also one of the defensive linemen as well that kind of set it up, and then he finished it off.
Yeah, it's a middle screen, and they had it sniffed out by the Bearcats.
So a gain of just 2, 2nd down and 8. The 44, and now we'll throw it out the far sideline. It's in the air, leaping there, and it is caught. Outstanding play. 10-5, and he'll take it in for a touchdown. Wow, that's a nice play. Let's see if it stands. You have to wait. And that was really well done there, under pressure, and that ball goes up in the air and people ramps. But do we have a penalty marker back here? You always have to wait. It looks like we're going to come back. And then again, that one, what to play again. Boy, that was an outstanding high point catch there. And then he was able to get into the end zone, but going to bring it on back. That's why we make the call.
Tentatively.
And then you give, like used to be in radio, a 7-second delay. And
would have been a 57-yard play.
I think they said an ineligible receiver downfield was the call there, but that's a tough one. That was just a fine play. Good job too by the quarterback, Kate Young, to get that ball and fire it up. But that catch and what he was able to go up and do, really good defensive positioning there, and then able to take it in. And gonna bring it back though, but shows his athletic and versatility that he'll go up and get it.
Is that the second touchdown pass that's
That's
been
the
called
second
back?
that's been here tonight. And it'll put it back at the 42-yard line now, and it'll be a 2nd down and about 13 from there. Low snap, here they come. He's got to throw it away. I mean, really just selling out, and that's Albany again. I mean, really coming after off the edge there, and the defense is really putting a lot of pressure on Young here tonight. He didn't have much of an opportunity to do much there, just get rid of the football. And there wasn't anybody over that way. He just had to get rid of it. Did a good job. And it'll bring up another 3rd down and long here. 10:53 to play in the ball game here. in Hendersonville, North Carolina. On a beautiful night for football. Just the second of 11 Friday night rivals games all over Western North Carolina. Will be in the state of South Carolina as well. Thank you for coming along each and every night. Under pressure, and he gets unloaded. Young did on the far sideline. I mean, he didn't have much time at all to do much. And he is tackled by Chaz Johnson. Barber's had a big night up front as well. We'll see it one more time. He just closes in and clotheslines him there and knocks him back. And just kind of cutting everybody loose here late in the ball game, because you pretty much know that West Henderson's going to try to get some yardage, and they're headed the other way. And now going to have to punt it away with a 4th and 22.
Tom, a lot of cowboy hats here tonight. I want a cowboy hat.
Okay. The ball is kicked deep this time. It's going to take a nice bounce for the Falcons and then be eventually down at about the 31-yard line. So able to kick it out of there with a nice Falcon roll to the 31-yard line. And that is where Hendersonville will take over. As we get late into this ball game, we were talking a little bit about West Henderson, where they were headed, and after Tuscola, they'll begin conference play this year. East Henderson, Pisgah at home. Smoky Mountain. Brevard's got a good team this year. They beat AC Reynolds last week. Well, was it 31-7? Then go to North Henderson and also Franklin as well. So the only difference in their new league is that they'll have Brevard as a team and make it an 8-team instead of a 7-team.
This is not a good year to add Brevard, I don't think, Tom.
First down at 10 to throw the football. Ward sideline catches, turns it back up, and close to another first down, but able to get it out of the edge and make that catch there. Johnny Thompson, touchdown. Moment ago, and he makes that play, rolling. You roll left and you're right-handed. Sometimes that can be tough. Good job to make that tackle over there. Wes Henderson. Adam Watts, a sophomore, has had a good night from that linebacking core. Of course, Zane McClaw, Gabe Gonzalez has been involved as well. Duvall at the defensive end as well. Dale up front. So they've had to work hard tonight and to come up on the short side of things right now, but they continue to play exceptionally hard. Handed up inside this time, not much there. Trying to pick up a first down, but goes back to the line of scrimmage, bring up a third down now as we have under 9 minutes to play in the ball game. Ward's been good tonight. We were talking about that young man had to play when he was a freshman and kind of learned under fire throughout the course of his career, and they worked so hard in the off season, 4 and 6 a couple of years ago, and then 9 and 3 in 2022. They're poised to have a pretty good year this year. Coach Ward 18 and 14 coming in. And on a third down and 1, we'll call a timeout as the clock was winding down there. And we've seen Hendersonville go to the line, and they'll look to the sideline, take a little bit of time off the clock. We'll go ahead and take a break with them now. When we come back, third down and 1. We're midway through the 4th. 33-0 Hendersonville on West Henderson.
This is the school bus stop of the game, presented by NHTSA. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Well, you know, stop means stop. You see the arm come down, and you see the red lights. Please do that. Well, as we come back, let's see what Hendersonville will do on third down. Took that timeout. 3rd and 1. And they'll have it from about the 41-yard line. They're trying to pick up another pocket change first down. There have been a lot of them tonight. There have been a lot of First Bank red zone. Foundation Solutions touchdown here tonight. Been an impressive performance on 3rd and 1. Looked like they wanted to come strong. Now claps his hands, backs out, reset. Got 3 back there with him. And will turn and give it to the back that's deepest, and he pounds up inside, and he's going to get it. So he had running backs just to left and right of him, and then back behind him. He handed it off and just smashing up inside. Big guy at 220, able to get the first down. That's Johnny Jacobs. And he got it. So you had a little bit different looking short yardage situation there. We've seen a single back for the most part. He's going to go empty a couple times here tonight. So when you have to prepare and get ready for Hendersonville, there are a lot of options that they can do offensively. So that gives an opportunity to keep the drive alive, and an opportunity for us to tell you that it's another pocket change first down. As able to penetrate across the 40 at the 43-yard line. Going to throw deep down the far sideline. Albany's got it at the 10, and he will take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Foundation Solutions touchdown. 39-0 ball game. That's another big play tonight.
57 yards
for Amir Albany. 57-yard pass play. Plenty of time. Pocket was clean. Throw it long. Got beat deep. And then on the run, able to take it in as he breaks the tackle there. And he is having a big night. He got things started way back in the first quarter play with a 41-yard touchdown pass from Ward. And that set things in motion, but decided to throw that ball deep. And it becomes a 39-0 game. And a point after forthcoming. And the kick is just off to the right and no good. So we're going to take a break. 6.5 to go. Another big play. 39-0 Hendersonville the lead. Well, as we come back, another big-time play there, 39-0, provides us with the opportunity to remind you about Carolina Furniture Concept. Over $5 million of furniture in stock. They've got it. They're ready to be delivered to you. Visit their Arden and Waynesville showroom or go online. CarolinaFurnitureConcepts.com. They sponsor our coaches' shows as well, pre-game. And we'll see, it is a running clock right now. It's 39-0. And so with that margin, the clock does continue to run, and you get set to kick the football away. So through for another long touchdown pass, and Albany's been involved in those. Got a couple punt returns last week with touchdowns as well, and in the passing game as well here tonight as Rutledge Pace gets set to kick it off. I believe Johnny Thompson has been in.
And Ward, 4 passing touchdowns.
So they
and 1 running touchdown.
It's been very impressive offensively. The officials continue to talk, and while they talk, the clock continues to run. So I don't even know if we'll get the kickoff. They're looking up here and maybe saying, don't run the clock. I don't know. They stopped it. It's 39-0 right now. And so I think some conversation about.
They put some time back on the clock.
Okay,
6:11.
So they did run it, and now they're going to put it back in where it was and not have a running clock. Okay.
I thought it had to be 40 points. Yeah. Or 41 points.
Well, they caught it, reset it there, and we'll do it again. And a little bounding kick, and it will be out of bounds. I mean, I'll tell you what, it was relatively close to being captured on the near sideline. It went about, what, 15 yards or so. And I think it was Wynn that was running as fast as he could down the sideline there. He's been involved in a couple of really big plays here tonight as well. A touchdown along the way. A lot of folks involved. So we talk about the reclassification in North Carolina this year. They're going to have 8 classes. So may need a scorecard to figure out what conference your favorite team is in this year. But I think the way it's designated and set up, it provides opportunity for you. Have an opportunity in the playoffs this year, maybe a little bit better. As the handoff goes, McCraw turns it up. 40, good gain, bangs hard. He is going to pick up a pocket change first down there. He's had a hard night, continues to run hard, play hard in a tough situation. Hadn't happened very often for West Henderson over the last 4 years or so. And there's another cramp on a player for Hendersonville. And they'll kind of work on him at that particular point in time. So, Tim, what we've seen tonight is the explosiveness of Hendersonville. I think folks kind of wondered the 68-0 win over East Henderson, and only ran 20 plays to get that, and had scored in 6 different ways. A lot of them on defense as well. And this was a West Henderson team coming off a comeback win against Irwin, an impressive win there. And kind of wondered how this one might go here tonight, and it's gone the Bearcats' way.
Yeah, they put up a lot of points against a very good West Henderson Falcon team. There's no slouch in that team over there. They're a very good team, and they'll do well, I think, the rest of the season. But Hendersonville, it was just their night tonight. And as you said, Tom, a very explosive offense. Like I said, 4 touchdown passes by Ward, and he ran for another one, and he just had a great night.
Yeah, and hats off, you mentioned it earlier, to both crowds tonight. West Henderson brought a big one again, and proximity is close, and but Hendersonville showed up as well. So it's great to have this kind of atmosphere here tonight. Just getting started with high school football in Western North Carolina and the upstate of South Carolina as well. And don't forget our friends Chris and Marvin coming up on WLOS, and they've got all the highlights from across Western North Carolina tonight. So you want to see what happened, those are the guys that'll bring it to you a little bit later on tonight. It's McCraw again, got another pocket change first down and more as he rolls his way inside the 35-yard line. See where the knee will eventually touch down. They'll move the chains that way. And we kind of documented his story early on in the game about last year when he went down with the leg and the ankle injury in the final regular season game of the year. And he had 1,300 plus rushing. He had 8 games with 100 plus. He had a big game last week and helped propelling the Falcons to the win over Irwin. And great to see him have an opportunity to get back after that injury last year. Well, here comes a first down 10 now. And off play action to throw the football along down the far sideline, and it is incomplete. And I don't know if we have a cramping problem there. Nope, we don't. Going to help him back up. Decided to go deep. Had one-on-one coverage on the backside over there. I think it was Wynn, and he was going stride for stride with McMinn, Zach McMinn. Had a big game against Irwin. Those two guys, good matchup there. And tell you, from what we've seen of the secondary, and Coach Ward in our conversations this week was really impressed with those guys. They're all back. Linebackers are all back. Had to replace a couple of guys on the D line. And we're talking about defense. Here is a one inside by McCraw. Man, he continues to smash up inside. And, you know, even though it's a tough ball game right now, continues to play hard. Pocket change first down again there as they keep it on the ground and has success running the football.
Be interesting to watch McCraw the rest of the season. He's going to have a good year, I predict.
Another good run there. Sweeps out to the right side. Wynn will bring him down. He got about 7. And he takes it inside the 20-yard line, which means we are inside the First Bank red zone. 23 locations across Western North Carolina and the upstate. Been a lot of red zone penetration, so you know who First Bank is right there. Up inside, and he's tripped up. And good undercut there, and I think for Hendersonville, it was Boss Buford. Yeah, he's still on the defensive side as well, and he has been very productive and effective on the offensive side as well. Well, we're under 3 minutes to play. Clock continues to run. Big plays all the way along tonight for Hendersonville. But trying to get one on the board here late. Play action, roll right, got some room. Young going to pull it down inside the 10. He breaks the tackle. He is to the pylon, and he got in. Foundation Solutions touchdown. Yeah, outstanding effort there by Young. I mean, a good play call. All the action went left, he went right, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 39-6 with 2:39 to play in the fourth quarter. So McCraw did most of it on the ground. And you know what? You've got to be aware he was going left, McCraw, and then he's going to go right, and he breaks a tackle in the open field, and he gets just inside that pylon for the touchdown. Nice effort by the young man. And here comes the PAT, and it is up, and it's good. Able to knock that one through, Dennis Conco. And it's 39-7 now. And we have another flag down there. The clock continues to run. So we'll be advised of that if they want to wave back up here and reset it. They did that a little while ago. It was 39-0. But now it's continuing to run after PAT. And another confab down there about 10-yard line with the officials in tonight's ball game. They have been busy. Well, where are we headed next week, Tim? We're going to North Buncombe, Madison. Yeah. North Buncombe coming up next week, and we look forward to that. Our Friday night rivals, and we're going to be all over the place. We'll be at Chesney with RS Central. We're going to be at Polk this year, and that is a matchup with Owen. We'll flip it into South Carolina. Spartanburg and Gaffney there at Dorman and Boiling Springs. And then Gaffney's home with Burns. 3 really big games in South Carolina. We're back over here. We're headed to Swain County. They'll take on Cherokee, and Robertson will be at Irwin. We've got that. And then we're going to finish it off in Greenville at Serene Stadium, which is historic against T.L. Hanna out of Anderson County, who is really been very powerful. They got beat last week pretty good, though. So looking forward to that. Furman used to play at Serene Stadium a long time ago. They play at Paladin Stadium now on their campus, but one of those another historic venues over in Greenville County. So we're looking forward to our coverage. Western North Carolina, flip over into South Carolina for you as well. Hopefully get you covered throughout the course of the year. 17th year of Friday night rivals. All right, going to kick it away now, and they eventually stop the clock, by the way, at 1:37. So that in and of itself is a topic of conversation here late in the ball game. And they're going to kick it deep this time, and an opportunity to return, and up the middle to about the 15-yard line. 20 outside, he's got some room. 25 sideline, and knocked out of bounds. He continues to keep his feet churning and is sober again. And I mean, tell you, he almost broke that one. And first time we've seen it kick deep tonight, I think. And watch this young man with the explosiveness and the acceleration, and man, the ability to stay on his feet long enough, but are we going to come back again? You've got to watch back behind the play almost each and every time. So it has been one of those nights. We got a block in the back, so and the clock's running again, by the way. So nonetheless, you see his ability and why teams are not going to probably kick the ball too deep to Hendersonville this year. We saw the other side of the coin as well with not kicking the ball deep to Wes Henderson. Bottom line is that outstanding return is going to be returned the other way, and we'll set it up and won't even have to run one more play. The clock hasn't even started yet, and we're under 20 seconds to go, and just get into the victory formation, the chicken kneel, and that'll do it. As Hendersonville will get an impressive 39-7 win over Wes Henderson here tonight, as they go to 2-0 on the year. The win 68-0 against East Henderson last week, and West Henderson dropped to 1-1 on the year after their win over Irwin. And the game here tonight, Wes Henderson will be on the road at Owen next week, and Hendersonville will be at North Henderson. We'll take a break, come back. We got the presentation and a whole bunch more when we come back in just a moment. 39-7 Hendersonville. Well, as we come back, you see him circled around head coach Karan Ward. 39-7. Hendersonville beat West Henderson here tonight on their home field. We sent it down to Nelson Whitson and the trophy presentation.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tom. This is the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Carolina Furniture Contest. Well, Coach, first thing is first, congratulations on a decisive victory here tonight. Everything was on the line, Coach. The chance to go up 2-0, bragging rights, school pride, and so much more, and y'all took home all of it and then some. How proud of you and your boys tonight, Coach?
I love my boys. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love my boys. I love my boys. Proud of them, man. We had a good week of practice, and they were focused, man. And we were not going to let this game slip. And kudos to them, man, because they did a hell of a job executing and playing hard.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, as we all know, defense does win championships, but last time I checked, we got to put some points on the board. And that is exactly what y'all did, not just last week, but this week, too, in spectacular fashion. Let's talk about that high-powered offense, Coach.
Well, we can't have the high-powered offense without the high-powered defense.
That's true. That's true.
So, hey, shout out Darkside for that. Hey, listen, offensive line, my guys up front, hell of a job, y'all. Hell of a job, all right? Excuse my language. So proud of y'all, fellas. Hey, that's a good team. That's a good team. All right, so we got to get back to work, though. We ain't satisfied. We got other stuff to do. This ain't it.
Yes, sir. But, Coach, one last thing for you. This is for you, Coach. Congratulations to you. Congratulations, Ty!
A very happy group of Bearcats there with their head coach Karan Ward, 2002 graduate as well. Take a look at our next game, Madison and North Buncombe. We're going to be there. We hope you will be here with us as well. Impressive performance tonight by Hendersonville. They got on the board early with big-time plays, and they continued on throughout the course of the ball game to be able to do that. and piled up the points here tonight. It started early in the ball game of Mirror Albany from Jerron Ward. That was early, and able to take that ball into the end zone is Boss Buford. That made it 12-0. Ward gets in there. Lots of people involved with it as well. The defensive side, we're seeing a lot of the outstanding plays with Albany as well. So it's been a great night at the ballpark for Hendersonville. They win at 39-7. We look forward to seeing you next week on our Friday Night Rivals broadcast. Good night, everybody. Have a good one.
Pre-game show. Well, folks, throughout the course of the FNR season, we're going to interview an array.
Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete, brought to you by Arby's.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals here on the Hunter Hyundai pregame show. Well, folks, throughout the course of the F&R season, we're going to interview an array of RB Scholar athlete winners here on this show. These RB Scholar athlete winners are eligible to receive a $5,000 scholarship. This afternoon, we are joined by the RB Scholar athlete winner from Hendersonville High School, Anna McFarling. Anna, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, Anna, let's talk academics. You are the queen around here with a bad girl 4.6 GPA. Is that about right?
Yes, sir.
So, academically, queen is slang. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your additional academic accomplishments, shall we? Please.
Well, I've won the highest average in biology and chemistry. I'm also part of the NHS club here, and I'm second in my class.
Very nice.
Yes.
So what are some of your post-high school plans?
I really would like to attend Chapel Hill, and I want to study medicine.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your trifecta here at Hendersonville High School. You're a member of the band. You're also a multi-sport athlete.
Yes, I wrestle and I play softball.
Okay. And you're also somebody who's in student government as well. Is that right?
Yes, I'm our student body secretary.
Okay. Well then, Madam Secretary, I understand you also have quite the presence in the community as well. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I'm a QAnon, so I serve with service hours.
Okay. Now, what exactly is a Kiwanet and what capacity do you volunteer and serve?
So it is a part of the Kiwanis organization, and they sponsor schools to volunteer in like concession stands, and we also do this thing called Honor Air. So we welcome veterans back from like the Vietnam Memorial.
Very noble work indeed. Now tonight is the big night. It's a rivalry matchup, and it's also a rematch from last year.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on tonight's game versus the West Henderson Falcons?
Well, you know, I have to root for my Bearcats, so yeah, and my boyfriend, 44, nose guard. So.
Okay. All right, we're going to keep an eye on him and you as your academic futures unfold. But for now, you are RB Scholar athlete winner for this week.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
RBs, we have the meats. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals here on the Asheville Chevrolet Halftime Show. Well, folks, throughout the course of the F&R season, we're going to interview an array of RB Scholar athletes. Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals here on the Asheville Chevrolet Halftime Show. Well, folks, throughout the course of the F&R season, we're going to interview an array of RB Scholar athlete winners here on this show. These RB Scholar athlete winners are eligible to receive a $5,000 scholarship. This afternoon, or in this case tonight, however, we are joined by